and boiling in the seats. But up here in the press box, cool and comfy, and a nice day for baseball here at Hammond Field. ITT Technical Institute is the place where you can improve your future through education. Prepare right now at the ITT Technical Institute in Little Rock. And for details, just go online to itt-tech.edu. Coming up next on the pregame show, a glance at yesterday's Texas League games, the standings, and setting up today's schedule as well on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, put it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to Springfield Hammond Field on the ITT Tech pregame show. Bill Elson with you. Game one of a 5-game series. Last place Travelers at 21-39, 15.5 games out at first place. Meanwhile, Springfield at 33-26 there. 3 games out behind Tulsa with 9 games left to go. Checking yesterday's scores in the league, the Corpus Christi Hooks put a beating on the Midland Rockhounds 9-2. First baseman Mark Sacamano with a couple of home runs, and Josh Miller tied Ubaldo Jimenez for the league lead in victories with his 7th. David Bradley took the loss from Midland, falling to 3-6. It was a big win for the Hooks, 4th in a row, sending the Rockhounds to their 6th consecutive loss. And with the Frisco Rough Riders losing at San Antonio 6-1, Corpus Christi has taken a 3.5-game lead over Frisco for second place in the South, while Midland is 4.5 games out. The other game in the North Division, Springfield beat Wichita 5-3 to salvage a game in that series. Wichita had won the first 3 of that series. Rich Rundles with the victory for the Cardinals, 5-4 his record. All-star Sung Song took the loss, falling to 4-6, while Mark Worrell, who will also pitch in the All-Star game coming up in just a couple of Tuesdays at Raywinder Field, Worrell with his 15th save. The Cardinals got that victory and remain 3 games in back of the Drillers, while Wichita 8 games out with, again, just those 9 games left to go. Action today will all be starting after our game starts tonight. 6:10 first pitch at Hammond Field. It's Frisco hosting Midland at the Giant Soda Bottle. 7 o'clock first pitch. Brad Knox on the hill for the Rockhounds, a 3-1 record. Frisco does not announce their starter. San Antonio at Corpus Christi. The Hooks trying for their 5th straight win as they also try for their first pennant over just 2-year existence. Juan Gutierrez, all-star right-hander for the Hooks at 5-3. The Missions did not announce their starting pitcher. Wichita and Tulsa, 7:05 first pitch at Driller Stadium. The Wranglers send Neil Musser with a 1-0 record against the Tulsa right-hander Emmanuel Ujoa. We'll keep you updated on all those games as we get throughout the broadcast today on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Now for a quick glance at the Angels Farm Report. What's going on around the Angels minor league system, brought to you by AGCO of England, your John Deere dealer. Angels lost yesterday to Seattle 4-1. Jared Washburn beating his former team. And J.J. Punt, the former San Antonio Mission, registering his 10th save for the Angels, still in last place 27-33, 5 games behind division-leading Texas. The Angels today send former Traveler John Lackey to the hill against Gil Mesh. Mesh, who also pitched for the Missions, is 5-4, while Lackey comes in 4-3 with a 3.06 ERA. Down to the minor league phase of the Ag Pro Farm Report. Salt Lake Bees took a 7-6 lead into the top of the 10th inning, but allowed 3 runs in the 10th, losing to Tucson 8-7. Howie Kendrick continues to pound the ball. He raised his average to 414 at the Pacific Coast League, going 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored. It was Kendrick's 5th consecutive multi-hit game. Former Traveler catcher Jeff Mathis drove in 3 runs with a couple of base hits, and Darren Erstad 0 for 5 in his 5th rehab assignment. The Bees are still in first place in the Coast League North, 34-26 record. Down to the California League, Rancho Cucamonga ended their 3-game losing streak, beating San Jose 3-0. Amalio Diaz, 6 2/3 scoreless innings, scattering 6 hits, only 2 walks, a couple of strikeouts for the win. Kevin Jepson saving his 9th. Sean Rodriguez and Drew Toussaint each with a home run. 31-30 is the record for the Quakes. They're tied for second in the California League South. Cedar Rapids also ended a losing streak in the Midwest League, beating the Quad Cities Swing 8-6. That snapped a 6-game losing skid for the Colonels. Nick Aidenhart, all-star right-hander in the Midwest League, goes to 8-2, going 8 innings, allowing only 3 runs, 1 of them earned on 5 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 7. Brett Martinez hit his first home run. Mark Trumbo, Flint Whiskey, and Santro Smith each with a couple of base hits. The save went to Ryan Aldridge, his 12th of the year. That's the glance around the Angels farm system, brought to you by Ag Pro of England, your John Deere dealer. Go online to agprocompanies.com and schedule a showcase on your lawn to see how John Deere can work your greenery in the backyard this year. agprocompanies.com. Coming up next on the ITT Tech pregame show, we'll check out the starting lineup for the Springfield Cardinals and the Arkansas Travelers. Game 1 of a 5-game series here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because two great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and FCC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Quitting smoking is hard, and it's even harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free, too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise, it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to Hammond Field here in Springfield. Phil Elson with you for the ITT Tech pregame show. First pitch is set for about 9 minutes from now. And we'll take a look at the starting lineups, beginning with the homestanding Cardinals. Second place in the North, 33 wins, 26 losses. They are managed by Chris Maloney. It'll be Rainer Laya leading off today. Laya at second base. Batting second for the Cardinals is center fielder Reid Gorecki. Batting third is first baseman Juan Richardson, while Rico Washington is batting cleanup at third base. Terry Evans in his second Double-A start, bats fifth, plays right field. Nick Stavinoha in the sixth slot is at left field. Batting seventh, the designated hitter for Springfield, Josh Presley. Hitting eighth and catching, Gabe Johnson. And rounding out the starting 9 for the Cardinals, shortstop Mike McCoy. That's Laya, Gorecki, Richardson, Washington, Evans, Stavinoha, Presley, Johnson, and McCoy. Just a couple of lefties in the lineup against Travelers southpaw Daniel Davidson. Arkansas Travelers, 21-39 record, 15.5 games out of first, managed by Tyrone Boykin, has Aaron Peel leading off in left field today, while Eric Rodland backs second and plays second base. Shortstop Brandon Wood in the 3-hole, Matt Brown cleaning up at third base. Batting fifth, first baseman Greg Porter. Catcher Bobby Wilson in the 6th spot, with Jason Espedo batting 7th. Espedo's today's DH. It's Matt Pauley batting 8th in right field, and Devin Day will bat 9th. Day starting in center. That lineup again: Peel, Rodland, Wood, Brown, Porter, Wilson, Espedo, Pauley, and Day. Close-up look at our starting pitchers. Daniel Davidson for the Arkansas Travelers, starting in his 13th game of the year. Davidson was 13-5 for Arkansas in 2005, is only 1-5 this year for the Travelers with a 5.67 ERA. League batting .317 against him. It's 93 base hits against Daniel in 73 innings, 22 walks, 38 strikeouts. He has allowed 8 home runs. Davidson, 6'4". He weighs 225 pounds, 25 years old, out of Lynn Haven, Florida. Angels selected him in the 13th round in 2003 from Florida State. Now an opponent for Davidson is right-hander Jordan Powell. Powell, who is making his 13th start of the season, is 4-1 with a 4.39 ERA. Last year, Powell pitched for Springfield 27 games, went 7-11. ERA is 3.83. So that ERA has gone up a little bit, so the record a little bit stronger. His one loss came against San Antonio on May the 2nd. Overall numbers, 69 and 2/3 innings worked. He's allowed 83 hits, 21 walks, 41 strikeouts, and 8 home runs. Texas League batting .309 against Jordan Powell. Powell stands 6'8", 205 pounds, from Effingham, Illinois. He is 25 years old and was selected in the 20th round by St. Louis in the 2003 draft from Eastern Illinois University. Jordan Powell's on the mound today for the Springfield Cardinals. A reminder, Texas League baseball fans tuning in today, that the All-Star Game is coming up Tuesday, June 20th at Ray Winder Field, and tickets are still available by going to the Ray Winder Field box office or by calling 664-1555. $8 box seats, all ages. $6 general admission prices for adults. $3 for kids 14 and under. And if you want to get to that ball game, get those tickets now because they are going fast. Tuesday, June 20th at Ray Winder Field. It's the first time since 1998 that the Travelers are the hosts of the Texas League All-Star Game. And we'll be starting the celebration a little bit early, as this is the last road trip of the first half of the season for the Travs, coming back to town to start a 4-game homestand with Wichita. And we give away Texas League All-Star caps to the first 1,000 paid adults on Friday, June 16th. That's courtesy of Arkansas Federal Credit Union and Comcast. Again, that's a 2006 All-Star cap, a black cap with the All-Star logo right on the front. It's really a good-looking ball cap, and so you want to be one of the first 1,000 paid adults to the game on Friday, June 16th. And then we'll celebrate the Travs 100 years of baseball in Central Arkansas on Saturday, June 17th, as the first 1,000 paid adults receive a free Travs beach towel with a logo on the front for the 100th season of Travelers baseball. It's courtesy of Mountain Valley Water and KARK. Sunday, June 18th, Father's Day baseball. Fathers and sons are invited to play catch on the field after the ball game. Moms and daughters are also as well welcome. AARP members get in for free Sunday, and that'll be the last game of the first half of the season. And then, of course, we've got the Texas League All-Star Fan Fest at the Little Rock River Market on Monday, June 19th, from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. All the All-Star players are scheduled to be there. There'll be autographs. There'll also be meet and greets for the fans to meet some of the ball players. Sports memorabilia available as well. Interactive games for fans, including all the kids. So there's a lot of reasons to come out to the Texas League All-Star Fan Fest at the Little Rock River Market East Pavilion, Monday, June 19th. And then, of course, it's the All-Star Game, Tuesday, June 20th. And again, if you want tickets for that, it'll be at 664-1555 or go to the Ray Winder Field box office. There'll be a home run derby before the All-Star Game starting at 6 o'clock. John Kruk will be in attendance, a current ESPN baseball analyst and former All-Star, in attendance for the All-Star Game. And it's an action-packed weekend of baseball action at Ray Winder Field, starting from Thursday, June 15th, ending on Tuesday, June 20th, and then the second half of the season kicks off on Thursday, June 22nd at Corpus Christi. The Cardinals have just taken the field. We'll take our final break and come back with the first pitch from Hammond Field in Springfield. It's the first game of a 5-game series with your Arkansas Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals right here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge, real-world success.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Liberal progressive radio. It's kind of like a dream come true. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDX North Little Rock.
Back at Hammond Field as the Cardinals start to warm up, Jordan Powell begins to throw to his catcher, Gabe Johnson. And we are just about set for baseball. It's the first trip for the Travs to Springfield since they opened up the season here. Travs took the first 2 games of a series here at Hammond Field and then lost the final 2 games of that set. Last time the Travs and the Cardinals matched up, it was a very interesting series. The Cardinals won 4 of 5 games from Arkansas. The only Arkansas win coming on a walk-off grand slam by Greg Porter the next day, Saturday, May the 20th. The Travs blew a 7-run lead with 2 outs in the 9th inning, losing 11-10. Powell was a starting pitcher in that ball game. And then the final game of that series, Sunday, May 21st, Arkansas losing by a final score of 6-5. Cardinals lead the season series, beating the Travs 6 times in 9 games. But the Cardinals not playing their best baseball. Cards have lost 9 of 13. Aaron Teel into the batter's box. We're set to go. Powell will wind up, hand over the head. First pitch is a called strike. We come at 6:11 today. Teel batting lead off once again for the Travelers. Here's an 0-1, and he swings and hits it hard to the third baseman. Bounces off Rico Washington's chest. He'll recover it in front of his body and throw. Teel out at first. Nice play by Washington to record the first out of the series, 5-3. Game time temperature here in Springfield, 91 degrees. There is a soft breeze blowing out towards center field at about 14 miles per hour. Lights are on, yet to take their full effect. Shadows begin to creep from the third base stand, encroaching on the field. Here's Eric Rodlin into the batter's box, and Powell will throw a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Rodland left-hand batting, leading the team, hitting .308. 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Powell, who stands kind of cockeyed towards the plate, delivers the 0-1. And a little bit of high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Powell does not feature an overpowering fastball, made to high 80s. Breaking stuff, he'll throw a curveball and an occasional slider. Throws almost right over the top. Here's a 1-1 to Rodland. Fastball just off the outside corner, ball 2. 1 out, Rodland the batter, nobody on. Wood on deck, and then Matt Brown if anybody reaches. They'll go for the outside corner, and the 2-1 pitch is hit hard to second base, right to Rainer Laya. They'll field that one clean and throw Rodland out. 2 gone. Defensively, behind Jordan Powell's Nick Stavinoha in left field. Stavinoha's usually been in right. Center fielder Reid Gorecki. The right fielder is Terry Evans. Rico Washington at third base. Mike McCoy is the shortstop. Laya at second, and Juan Richardson at first. Powell's on the mound, and Gabe Johnson, the catcher. Here's Brandon Wood into the batter's box, right-hand shortstop in a pitch. Top high, ball 1. Wood returns to the site of his first ever Double-A home run, and he happened to hit it off of Jordan Powell's on April 6th. 1-0 count on Wood. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up out of play down the third base line. Washington giving chase over the fence, but that is well out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wood. It looks like he broke his bat. He's going to go get a new one. A little shave off of the handle of the bat. So the count 1-1 on Brandon, who yesterday had a hitting streak end at 13 games in a row. Ubaldo Jimenez got Wood out 3 times, including 2 strikeouts. Wood comes back up to the plate with a brand new black piece of lumber. Powell's eyeing the sign from his catcher Johnson. And here's the windup. 1-1. Slider missing high, ball 2. Still, Wood had a fine series at Tulsa, 4 for 16, couple of doubles and a homer. Average on the season, 289, 13 homers, 43 RBI. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider from Powell's to even the count 2-2. It should be an outstanding series between 2 teams that can slug the baseball. 2-2 pitch on the way to Wood. Curveball, a little piece of it fouled off back into the screen. The Travelers and the Cardinals, 2 of the top offenses in the league. And both teams sport the 2 highest team ERAs in the Texas League. We should expect to see a lot of runs. Here's a 2-2 to Wood. Swing a ground ball off Powell's left ankle, ricochets towards Washington. Bare hands at third. His throw will not be in time, and Brandon Wood has an infield single off of Jordan Powell's ankle. Not a very hard-hit ground ball. But Powell's unable to get the glove down on that, and he kicks off his ankle towards Washington. The throw was about a half-second late at first. So a 2-out infield single brings up Matt Brown, right-hand batting third baseman, 286 batting average, 8 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Wood will lead away from first. Juan Richardson plays in front of him. Powell will go to the stretch. He holds runners on very well. Delivers. Brown hits a fly ball into straightaway center field, sending Gorecki back a few feet. They'll stop at the cut of the warning track and make the catch. And so the Travelers strand Wood at first base. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Take it to the bottom of the first inning. Daniel Davidson on the mound. Travelers no runs. And here come the Cardinals on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
In 1998, New York City marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn, but when we discover that it was a wrong turn, The wise person changes direction.
Cotton candy here. Get your cotton. Any peanuts? Nope. Hot dogs? Slushies? Nada. Camel corn? No. Can I get something other than cotton candy? Take the blue, mister. Take the blue. Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas provide the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer. From outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love. Actually, I do have peanuts. Really? Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Beautiful Saturday night here in Springfield as the Travs and the Cardinals match up in Game 1 of a 5-game series. 2:10 first pitch tomorrow afternoon. ITC Tech pregame at 1:50 here on Air America Little Rock. And then back to 7:10 first pitches Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Bottom of the first inning, and Rainer Laya going up to the batter's box, going up against Traveler left-hander Daniel Davidson. Davidson making his 13th start of the season with a 1-5 record. Already matched his loss total from last year and has 12 less wins than he recorded in the 2005 campaign. Davidson is set to go, and the tall left-hander winds and delivers to Laya. And he'll take it all the way for a strike. Right-hand batting Laya playing at second base today. Jared Hoffpower getting the day off. Laya followed by Reid Gorecki and Juan Richardson. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Just off the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Laya hit .305 in 25 games. No homers, 4 runs batted in. A 1-1 on the way from Davidson. Tried that inside corner again, and it misses. Ball 2. Davidson's last start last Sunday at Raywinder Field, no decision. 6 innings against Midland, 10 hits, 5 runs. 2-1 pitch. Laya grounds it on the right side. Eric Roslin chasing, but that's through the hole. And a leadoff single for Rainer Laya as he just guides it right between Porter and Eric Roslin. Reid Gorecki coming up to the plate next. Davidson got a no decision in that game against Midland, but the Travs won it 8-7 on Aaron Steele's walk-off home run. Davidson would have been in line for the win, but the Rockhounds came back in the ninth, hitting 2 solo homers, including Brant Colamarino's game-tying homer with 2 outs in the ninth to cinch a cycle. Only win for Daniel came on May the 2nd at Corpus Christi. Here's Gorecki, all-star center fielder, pitch on the way to him, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Gorecki has hit 12 home runs. He's driven in 37. He is tied with his teammate Rico Washington for 5th in the league in the home run department. Tall right-hand batter deep in the box. Davidson's 0-1 pitch is hit hard and past Matt Brown down the third base line. Aaron Steele able to cut it off in the corner, but Laya will advance to third base, and there's no throw to the infield. Going to second base is Gorecki. It looks like Steele got a little confused on where to throw the ball. He fielded it in front of the warning track in left field and took a look at third, realized Laya was already there, but Gorecki got him to second base where a throw to second may have caught him. It'll be a double for Gorecki, although Matt Brown was right there for the ball. The ball was hit too hard to expect Brown to make that play. He was a step in front of the third base bag, so too hard of a grounder to charge an error on Brown. But for Gorecki, his 17th double, and the Cardinals are set up. Second and third, no outs. And here's Juan Richardson. The infield will play back. Richardson, a right-hand batter, and the pitch from Davidson is grounded foul outside third base into the Arkansas dugout. Richardson on a 6-game hitting streak. He's playing his 45th game with Springfield and batting .309. Veteran right-hand batter. He is 27 years old. An 0-1 pitch. Fastball strike from Davidson inside corner. Gets ahead 0-2. Things not looking good here for Davidson. Second and third base, no outs. Richardson, all-star. Rico Washington on deck, all-star as well. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on a curve in the dirt. It's blocked by Wilson. Richardson neglects to even jog towards first base. He'll walk away from Bobby Wilson towards the dugout, and Wilson tags him out. Richardson, he may have had a chance to hustle to first base if he just took off towards the bag. The ball bounced away from Wilson about 7 feet. And if he was forced to make a throw, perhaps it may have been a bad one, but Richardson had no interest in running to first. So here's Rico Washington. Good job by Davidson on the curveball to get the strikeout. Now the pitch to Washington is outside for a ball. Washington, and he's killed the Travelers, but he's killed everybody else in the Texas League this year. First year with the Cardinals after spending last season at Double-A for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Washington is hitting .330 with 12 homers and 52 RBI. The pitch outside, a curveball, ball 2, 2-0. Well, Washington seems to have saved some of his bigger games against Arkansas. He even stands at the plate, holds the bat above his left ear. Davidson ready with a 2-0 pitch. And it's off the outside corner, ball 3. Hasn't given Washington anything to swing at. Terry Evans is on deck, and Davidson may just be pitching around this left-hander who is hitting .425 against Arkansas. Stretch down to 3-0, and that's high and outside, ball 4. It's one of your intentional walks. To set up a double play with Terry Evans coming up. Our first look at Terry Evans. 47th round pick of the Cardinals in 2001, a draft and follow from Middle Georgia College. Got his Double-A debut yesterday against Wichita, going 0 for 4. And he's a right-hand batter. He does not choke up at all, slight open stance, and Davidson delivers from the stretch. A curve, swing, and a miss, strike 1. Evans is 6'3", weighs 200 pounds. 24 years old, from Dublin, Georgia. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Cardinals. Davidson ready, kicks and delivers, 0-1. Change up outside, and Evans takes 1 ball, 1 strike. Davidson has faced bases loaded quite a bit this year. 7th time he's got the bases loaded against him, but he's pitched well. Here's the pitch, down and in, and a 2-1 count. Davidson does get a lot of double plays. He's had 6 double plays grounded into, and needs one here to stay out of allowing a run in the first. 3-1 to Evans. That's a 2-1 to Evans, and it's fouled back. And it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. At third base, Rainer Laya. He had a leadoff single. Reid Gorecki at second base. He had doubled. Washington at first after the walk. Davidson did strike out Juan Richardson to get the first out of the inning. The 2-2 count on Evans. The scoreboard says 3-2. Here's the pitch. Down and in, ball 3. A few cheers from the crowd because they're going by the scoreboard. They thought that was ball 4. Davidson has struck out a batter and walked 1 over the previous too many space. 23 walks, 39 strikeouts on the year. Payoff pitch. A little tapper at the plate, foul. It hit Evans after he fouled it off his left foot, and we'll get another pitch. So Evans a chance for his first RBI at Double-A with nothing more than a fly ball. He drove in 45 runs at Palm Beach before the promotion. Outfield is straight away. Infield as well, double play depth. Davidson eyeing a sign from Wilson. He'll take it. Target on the outside corner. Payoff pitch. Fouled off down the right side. A hard line drive into the box seat. And the last section down the right side. Still a full count as Evans fouled off a Davidson fastball. Nothing, bottom of the first with the Cardinals threatening. Bases juiced, 1 out. Another Davidson 3-2. A little flare on the infield over Greg Porter's head. It bounces into right field, a base hit. Laya scores. Gorecki attempts to score. Matt Pauley fires to the plate, way offline. 2 runs home on the Evans single to give the Cardinals the early lead in the first inning. Boy, Evans just got a little piece of that baseball. No chance for Greg Porter to make a play on that little dying quail. It fell 10 feet in right field. And on Pauley's throw to the plate, Washington advances to third base, so Evans doesn't just get his first Double-A RBI, he gets his first 2 Texas League runs batted in. And it's first and third for the six-hitter, Nick Stavinoha. It's only the third and fourth first-inning runs Davidson has allowed this year. And so it goes. A chance for more for the Cardinals. Still a chance for a double play to get out of the inning for Davidson. His pitch to the righty is a changeup for a strike. Stavinoha, 193 batting average over the months of May and June. Average on the season at 253. 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Davidson looks at first before throwing the 0-1 and is grounded to shortstop. Wood picks it up over to Rodman at second. The relay to Porter in time for the inning-ending double play. 6-4-3 on the Twin Killings. When it came one batter too late, the Cardinals grabbed the lead 2 runs on 3 base hits, and they strand 1 man. 2-0 Cardinals heading into the second here at Hammond Field on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in Central, North Central, and Northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious slices from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what to do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Cardinals jump on top 2-0 on It is Terry Evans' 2-run single. Evans replaced Brian Martin on the roster for the Cardinals after Martin was promoted to AAA Memphis just a couple of days ago. Terry Evans in his second AA game gives the Cardinals a 2-0 lead, and here come the Travs in the top of the second with Greg Porter, followed by Bobby Wilson and Jason Espedo, the 5, 6, and 7 batters against Jordan Powell. Left-hand batting Porter taps the bat of the plate, and he's ready to go, so is Powell. Pitch on the way. Fouled off in the air down the left side, hit well by Porter, but fouled by quite a bit, strike 1. Porter had the first Traveler base hit yesterday, the first of only 3 against Ubaldo Jimenez. Here's the 0-1. Line drive to left field, but Stavinoha comes in a few steps, reaches up and makes the catch after overrunning the ball. And there's 1 away, bringing up Bobby Wilson. Wilson, 2 for 12 in the series at Tulsa. Was the only Trav batter not to strike out against Jimenez in yesterday's game. Jimenez struck out 10 batters. Right-hand batter ready to go. Here's the pitch from Powell. Big swing by Wilson, a pop-up back behind the plate into the second level of seat. Strike 1. Now the ball bounced back down into the crowd off the press box. The Springfield fans, they will react to any foul ball caught by anybody. 0-1 to Wilson, curveball, strike 2. Nice pitch by Powell. Late break on that baby. Wilson hitting 300, 3 homers, 22 runs driven in, but Powell's ahead 0-2. And a big right-hander's pitch is in the third in front of the plate by a foot, ball 1. On deck, Jason Espedo. 2-0 Springfield, top of the second. Cardinals starting today 3 games out of first with just 9 games left to go. A 1-2 on the way. Wilson swings a flare to shallow left. McCoy chasing from shortstop. That falls over his head.
And in front of Nick Stavinoha for a base hit, 1-out single for Bobby Wilson. Stavinoha may have been a little bit late getting to that ball. It's only his second game ever in left field. Here comes Jason Espino. Cardinals still have a chance to pick up this first half division title. They'll finish the first half against Tulsa. And the Cardinals have played very well against the Drillers. Pitch on the way, and a strike to Jason Espino makes it 0-1, fastball at the knee. Springfield in 10 games against Tulsa, 8 wins. Well, they feel that as long as they stay within 3 games before that last series, they'll have a chance. Pitch to Espino, change up, hits it high, right center. Gorecki out of the gap a few steps. He's there, and he makes the catch. 2 outs as Espino flies to center field to bring up the 8-hitter, Matt Pauley. Pauley will step in, right fielder today. 2 outs, and Bobby Wilson at first base. Sun shining right in Wilson's eyes, along with Richardson, who covers at first. Powell delivers from the stretch, and Pauley takes a high fastball. Pauley hitting .257, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. And a hunched over stance to the plate. Holds the bat next to his left ear. Here's the 1-0. Fouled away. Back towards the broadcast level, just to the left of the booth. 1-1. Early arriving crowd here in Springfield, and they continue to pour in. I announced a crowd of over 7,000 today, and it looks like it. The berms are starting to fill up in right center and left center. Powell's ready. A 1-1 count to Pauley. Pitch. Little ground ball to first base. Picked up by Richardson on his knees. He'll take it himself. Unassisted at first. And the second inning over for the Arkansas Travelers. No runs, 1 hit. And Wilson stranded at first base. That'll take us to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Springfield on Air America Little Rock. 1380 KDXE.
The romance begins at Cupid. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donahue Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Trans games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Trans home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Trans box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the second, Springfield with the lead 2-0 over the Arkansas Travelers. Phil Elson back on the air today. I understand Mark Neely of the Tulsa broadcast crew did a fine job last night. Nice to have a guy like Mark Neely on reserve, I guess, to handle the broadcast chores. Just a little note. In 12 years working in baseball, that was the first game I've ever missed because of sickness, so you know I must not have been feeling good yesterday. 2-0 Springfield, bottom of the second. Josh Presley leads off against Daniel Davidson, the 7, 8, and 9 batters. Against Davidson, allowing 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning. First pitch fouled back. Big swing by Presley, strike 1. 25th game for Presley as a Springfield Cardinal after start of the season at Pawtucket in the Red Sox system. 0-1. There's a slider outside, 1-1. Presley batting .311 in the Texas League, 2 homers, 13 runs batted in. Big lefty, open stance, good power. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Change up inside. 2 balls and a strike. Presley, who has a game-winning RBI against Arkansas. Here's the 1-1. And he gets jammed, foul, fly ball, shallow center. It's going to be Wood out from shortstop, giving way to Devin Day. Day makes the grab coming in. And there's 1 out, bringing up Gabe Johnson. Johnson at one time counted amongst one of the top catching prospects in the Cardinals system. Started this year at AAA Memphis, but was demoted after batting .059 in just a handful of games with the Memphis Redbirds, and hasn't seen much playing time with the Springfield team this year. Pitch to the right-hander, swing and a miss on the changeup from Davidson, strike 1. Johnson hitting .217 in 21 games, no homers, 8 RBIs. Davidson ahead with an 0-1 count, and here's a left-hander's next pitch. Down and inside with a curveball, 1-1. On deck, Mike McCoy, the 9 batter. Johnson starting in place of Iker Franco, who gets today off. Here's the 1-1 from Davidson. Ground ball to third base, towards the hole, moving to his left. Matt Brown fields it and fires to Porter for out number 2. So Johnson retired 5-3, and here comes Mike McCoy. Much different start to the second inning than the first for Davidson. First 2 Cardinal batters last inning recorded hits. They both scored. Davidson gets 2 quick outs in the second inning. McCoy, right-hand batting shortstop, 5 for 28 this month. And the pitch is a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. McCoy batting .230 with 1 home run. Brown up at third a little. Here's the 0-1. A fastball a little up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Middle infielders play back. Nobody on base for McCoy, 2 outs. The 1-1. Another fastball up high, ball 2. Davidson throws everything up there. The 2-1. Low, ball 3. Fastball in the low to mid-80s. Curveball, slider, change up. That pitch can be the change-up when it is effective. Got to establish the fastball first. 3-1 delivery. McCoy will take it right down the middle. Full count, 2 outs. Cardinals leading by a pair. Here's the Davidson payoff pitch. Change-up, swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the second inning. Second strikeout for Davidson, and a perfect second takes us into the third. Springfield 2, Arkansas nothing. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
2 innings in the scorebook here at Hammond Field as we go to the top of the third with Arkansas trailing 2-0 against the Cardinals. Devin Day leading off for the Travs, starting in place of Dwayne Bacon. Aaron Steele and Eric Rodland will follow. Jordan Powell's over the first 2 innings has allowed a couple of hits, but that's it. No walks, no strikeouts. The pitch today, he'll swing and miss at a sinker, strike 1. Day last played Thursday. Started at second base, went 0 for 3, but hit a couple of line drives, which were caught. Left field and third base. And the 0-1 today. Swing a ground ball. It is fair down the third base line. Washington thought that was foul, and now the base umpire is putting his hands up and says it is a foul ball. The third base umpire originally called it fair. Washington started to complain a little bit, and after thinking about it a little and reviewing it in his mind, the third base umpire said that was a foul ball. Tough to tell from up here. The count will be 0-2 on Day. Now, we haven't heard one way or the other whether or not the umpire crew working today's game is the quote-unquote regular minor league umpires. The Texas League umpires are scheduled to be back to work anytime from today through Monday. The umpire crew today, they're wearing the normal Texas League uniforms for umpires. I think this is a normal, regular crew. There's been a while since they last called a game. A little hiccup at third base there. 0-2 the count on Devin, and now the next pitch from Powell. Swing and a miss on a slider. He struck him out. 1 out. Aaron Steele will come up to the plate next after Powell gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. Just received word from one of the Springfield employees that the umpire crew, he believes, is still a replacement crew. So you should expect the quote-unquote regular umpires back tomorrow or Monday. Pitch to Peel, a curveball, strike 1. Going through the order the second time now. Peel grounded out in the first inning to third base. He's 0 for 1. Here's Powell's next pitch. Fouled back, strike 2. Powell's with the Cardinals last year. 7 wins, 11 losses. He was a hard luck pitcher. 3.83 ERA was the 10th lowest in the Texas League. Here's the 0-2 to Peel. Ground ball. That one's fair down the third base line, and no question about that one. Goes to the corner. Peel turns at first, heads in for second base, and there's no throw. It'll be a stand-up double for the Traveler left fielder. So the second time one goes down that third base line, that was an easier call. That was fair by at least a half a foot. Double number 11 for Aaron Steele, bringing up Eric Rodland. The Travs trying to answer here in the third inning. Cardinals grabbed the lead in the first inning. 2-run single by Terry Evans, scoring Laya and Gorecki. Hits a strike to Rodland on the outside corner. Backdoor curve for Jordan Powell. Rodland 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the first inning. Left-hand batter, driving in 23 on the year. And the 0-1. There's a fastball for a strike on the outside corner at the letters. 0-2. Rodland, 1 run batted in the series at Tulsa. He did get 1 day off at Driller Stadium, but only 2 for 16 on the road trip. Steele leading from second. Powell gives him a look and delivers. And Rodland hits it right to the third baseman, Washington, on the ground. He'll pick it up, look Peel back, and throw Rodland out. 2 away, bringing up Brandon Wood with Peel still at second. Rodland tried to guide that ball to the left side of the infield.
that left-handed swing. And guided it right to Washington for the easy assist. Here's Wood, who singled off the pitcher's leg in the first inning. Trying to start a new hitting streak, and the pitch is low, ball one. Throw from the catcher, got behind Powles, and Peel heads up base running, advances to third base. Johnson's throw got right by Powles' left shoulder. Now, it's a good thing that the middle infielders were there to back it up because Peel took off for third immediately and would have scored had not McCoy picked that ball up behind second base. That'll be an error on the catcher, Johnson. And here's the 1-0 to Wood. Curveball, it's a strike, 1-1. That's the first time we've seen that this year, where a catcher's throw was so errant back to the mound, and a runner advances on the play. Big hole on the right side for Wood. Second baseman Laya shades up the middle. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a slider, strike two. Wood has driven in 43 runs this year. 7 of them against the Cardinals. Powles delivers 1-2. Wood fouls it back into the net. Powles aimed that fastball right on Brandon's fist. Still a 1-2 count. 2-0 Cardinals, top three. Travelers threatening here with a 1-out double by Peel. He's at third base now with 2 gone. Powles has struck out 1 man ahead of Wood, 1-2. And the pitch. Curveball very high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Matt Brown. Washington guarding the third base line. A couple of tries have hit it down that line twice this inning. Here's the 2-2. Wood swings and misses at a high fastball. Powles strikes him out to end the third inning. So the Travelers get no runs with 1 base hit. There was 1 Springfield error, and Peel left at third base. 2.5 innings complete, going to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Springfield on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California thing. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every time. Every woman,
Most Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's and North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Clark Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Coming into the bottom of the third inning here at Hammond Field. It's 2-0 Cardinals over the Arkansas Travelers. Bill Elson here with you on 1380 KDXE and minorleaguebaseball.com. Game number 61 of the regular season for the Travelers. It is the 60th game for Springfield. The Cardinals will actually play 2 less games in the first half because of rainouts here at home against San Antonio and Corpus Christi, which could not be made up. And it looks like that may work against the Cardinals' favor. They certainly could use those 2 games to make up the 3-game difference between them and first-place Tulsa. Top of the Cardinals' order, it's Rainer Laya leading off, and a strike comes from Daniel Davidson at the knees. 0-1. Laya singled and scored in the first inning. Right-hand batter, the 0-1. And there's a fastball just a little inside, 1-1. Davidson retired the side in order in the second inning. He set down 4 in a row. And the 1-1 to Laya is a strike, a slider on the inside corner. Laya backs away from the plate, nodding his head, knowing that pitch was a strike. Feet close together. And here's the 1-2. Playing a ground ball foul past Chris Maloney in the third base coach's box. Chris Maloney was the last Arkansas manager. Well, actually, it was Mike Brumley who was the last Arkansas manager to qualify for managing in the All-Star game. Maloney was the last one to actually do it. 1 pitch down and into Laya. That is a 1-2 pitch. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The scoreboard here at Hammond Field is just completely messed up. They've gotten the count wrong on about half of the batters, so I think we're done looking at the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Laya. Nobody on base. Gorecki and Richardson to follow. Pitch inside, a full count. Davidson has walked 1. And now the payoff to Laya. Swings and hits a high fly to left field. Hit it well. Peel back for it. It is caught just before the warning track. Over his head, a high lie style catch by Aaron Peel. Peel sometimes takes some circuitous routes in the outfield. Started to go towards the gap immediately and then cut back, realizing the ball was about to sail over his head. He cut back at just the right time to bring it in and gets Laya for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Reid Gorecki. Gorecki had the big hit of the first inning. A double that went through Matt Brown at third base to set up second and third with no outs. And both men would score. Pitch from Davidson is low, ball 1. And Gorecki, who had a 5-game hit streak end yesterday, is now hitting 6 of 7. And the 1-0 to the right-hand batter. The change-up low, 2 balls, no strikes. Second year for Gorecki here at the Cardinals. He started in center field for them last year, but had a terrible first half and spent the rest of the season at Single A, Palm Beach. 2-0 pitch. That missed high from Davidson, 3-0. But Gorecki comes back to the Texas League this year and has had quite a first half. 261 average, 12 home runs. And the 3-0. That's low, ball 4. Second walk from Davidson, both on 4 pitches. So Gorecki jogs to first base, bringing up Juan Richardson. Richardson was the first out of the first inning. Davidson struck him out on 3 pitches. And the last pitch was in the dirt, bounced away from Bobby Wilson to Richardson. Had no interest in trying to jog down that first base line. Big right-hand batter ready to go. Davidson, a good long look at the sign. Takes a glance at Gorecki, who's held on by Greg Porter. And the first pitch to Richardson is chopped to third base towards the hole. Played by Brown, moving to second, throws to second out. Rodlin to first, rack him up. The second double play turned by the Travs today. This one goes 5-4-3. And so the Cardinals get nothing in the third inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. That'll take us into the 4th. We are through 3 at Hammond Field. Springfield Cardinals 2, Arkansas Travelers nothing. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now, Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company. Northbrook, Illinois.
Get out today and hit the link. Stone Lake. Stone Lake Golf Course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lake has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lake features reasonable green speed and 18-lane-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lake or visit online at stonelake.net.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Coming into the top of the fourth inning here at Hammond Field, it's the Cardinals 2 and the Travelers nothing. Matt Brown will lead off the fourth against Jordan Powell. Goes through the 4, 5, and 6 slots in the Arkansas order. First pitch of the inning, Brown will take a low fastball, 1-0. Powell's over 3 frames, has allowed 3 hits. He has struck out a couple of men, hasn't walked a batter. Brown fly to center in the first inning and is 0 for 1. Here's Powell's next pitch. The 1-0 is hit high by Brown into left field, straight away towards Stavinoha, moves towards the gap a little bit. Still coming in. He'll make the catch off to the left of his hip. He almost misjudged that one, but made the catch. 1 out. Here are your totals for the Travelers. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left. The Cardinals with 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. Cardinals scoring both runs in the first inning. Rainer Laya singled, moved to third on a Reid Gorecki double. Both scored on Terry Evans' flare single into right field. Here's Greg Porter. Pitch to Greg is inside of the left-hander as he turns away from a Powell's fastball. And it's 0-1 on Porter. Porter hit the ball hard leading off the second inning, but lined out to Stavinoha in left field. Powell's hands over the head windup, and the 1-0 to Porter. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Powell's is mixing things up nicely today. Hasn't relied on one single pitch to get it out. 1-1 to Greg Porter. Bringing a tip at the plate. It hit Johnson's right ankle after Porter fouled it. Strike 2. Another breaking ball from Powell. He's throwing a curve and a slider today. Seems to be effective with both of those pitches. Struck out Brandon Wood to end the third inning, using a high fastball. 1-2 on Porter. Powell's kick, delivers. Greg checked his swing on a high fastball. They'll appeal to the third base umpire. He says he didn't go. And by the way, I've just been handed a note. These are the regular umpires who are back for their first day on the job. Welcome back, boys. Nice to have you back in the Texas League. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Porter swings and fouls it in the air down the left side. So for the first time this season, here are the real names of the umpire crew working a Texas League game. David Rackley behind the plate, Tyler Funderman at third base, and Barry Larson at first. And those are not fake names. 2-2 pitch. Porter reached out for a curve, hits it straight away to center. Gorecki is there, and he'll make the catch reaching up to his left shoulder. 2 outs. Porter cut over the plate on that curveball. Even though he hit it solidly, it hung in the air for Gorecki to make that grab. 2 outs. 4 men in a row set down by Powell. They set down 7 of the last 8 Traveler batters. And here's Bobby Wilson. 2-0 Springfield, top of the fourth. No one on for Wilson. 2 outs. And a first pitch coming. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop, right to Mike McCoy. Takes care of that one, flips to first, and it's a perfect inning for Jordan Powell. First time Arkansas goes down 1-2-3. So, go to the bottom of the fourth inning now, and it's Springfield 2 and the Travelers nothing. Here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassle. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
Coca-Cola is special. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
Think of us like a thinking person's voter's guide. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXC, North Little Rock.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at Hammons Field. Travelers down 2-0. Cardinals tacking on a couple of runs on one swing of the bat from Terry Evans, who drove in 2 runs with a flare single in the first inning. Daniel Davidson, since then, has pitched scoreless baseball. In fact, Davidson has set down 7 of the last 8 batters he's faced, with a couple of double plays in between. Starting this fourth inning for the Cardinals, Rico Washington. Left-hand batter who Davidson pitched around on the first, walked him on 4 pitches. Delivery on the way to the lefty. Washington pulls it on the ground to first base. Backhand play by Greg Porter. He'll take it unassisted for the out. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Davidson, bringing up Terry Evans. Texas League ball games should be starting right about now elsewhere across the league. Midland and Frisco. Rockhounds start today 4.5 games out of first behind Corpus Christi. Hounds have lost 6 straight. That losing streak started in Little Rock last Saturday. San Antonio and Corpus Christi at Whataburger Field. 7:05 first pitch. And then tomorrow, Roger Clemens pitches for the Hooks at Whataburger Field against San Antonio. Pitch to Evans, a called strike in 0-1. Evans got that single in the first, drive home Laya and Gorecki. 0-1 pitch. Low ball 1 ball, 1 strike. Corpus Christi on a 4-game winning streak with a 3.5-game lead over Frisco. 1-1. Swing a foul ball into the Arkansas dugout in front of the changeup. How do you think the Corpus Christi Hooks feel as they're going into the back stretch of a pennant race knowing that they've got Roger Clemens pitching for them tomorrow? Nice feather in their cap. 1-2 the count on Evans. And Davidson pitch. Change up inside at the knees. 2-2. Wichita and Tulsa starting in about 1 minute at Driller Stadium. Neil Musser on the mound for the Wranglers and Manuel Ujoa for the Drillers. Here's a 2-2. Evans takes a curve low, runs the count full. Well documented Clemens in his last start, rehabbing for the Astros at Lexington. 3-2 to Evans. Swing and tapper off the plate towards third base, hugs the line. Brown will barehand it in foul territory. Plate umpire David Rackley made the call. Brown looked to the third base umpire Funderman to see if he would call it, but instead it was the plate umpire who had the better look. And Brown may have gotten away with one there. One of those balls that, when it comes off the bat, it hits the plate. And so you're never quite sure what kind of spin it's going to come off with. And it hustled down that third base runner's path. It hit the chalk at one point, and where Brown picked it up, it may have been foul. So Evans comes back to the plate. If Brown would have picked that up from fairgrounds, he has no play at first. Another payoff pitch. A foul ball on the ground, bouncing into the screen to see first base dugout. Now you could expect to see all kinds of national media at Whataburger Field tomorrow, documenting Clemens' second start in the Astros minor league system. 3-2, foul ball again in the air this time over first base. To the second level where a fan makes a barehanded catch in the sweep. It's impressive to make a barehanded catch in the sweep in the first row. Just gets a high five from one of his friends. Another 3-2 from Davidson. Evans swings, breaks his bat. It goes foul down the third base line. The bat went further than the ball. Barrel of the lumber ends up 3 feet into left field, where Brandon Wood will pick it up and hand it to a bat boy who sprints out of the Cardinal dugout. Davidson got enough of that pitch on the handle of the bat to shatter it in about 18 pieces. There's still plenty of splinters left at the plate. Comes up with a brand new bat. Evans has fouled off 4 pitches in a row. Davidson will be throwing at least 10 pitches in this sequence. 1 out, nobody on. Evans back up there. Davidson has walked 2 and struck out 2. And allowed 3 base hits. Here's the pitch. Change up, lifted to center field. A line drive single for Terry Evans. So Evans has taken Davidson full twice. And each time he has won the battle with 2 singles and 2 runs batted in. Here comes Nick Stavinoha. 4th base hit for the Cardinals. Evans with half of the Cardinal hit total. Stavinoha bounced into a 6-4-3 double play to end the first inning. The stretch and the pitch, and it's grounded to third base. Matt Brown is up with it. Over to Rodlin. 1. The relay to Porter. Rack him up. Double play, the third of the game. Turned behind Daniel Davidson. And so the Cardinals get a 1-out single, but the double play ends the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. Going into the top of the 5th inning, it's the Cardinals 2 and the Travelers nothing. This is Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is just trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Four innings in the scorebook. We're in the top of the 5th now. Springfield 2, Arkansas nothing. Shadows creep further onto the field. Jason Espito leads off the 5th against Jordan Powell. He'll take a first pitch ball inside. The shadow of the third base roof is covered about 2/3 of the infield, with first base and second base still in the sun. Here's a 1-0. Espito will take a high strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jason 0 for 1. Slide to center field in the 2nd inning. 281 average on the year, 11 homers, 27 driven in. 1-1 from Powell. Little topper to second base. It's Laya moving to his left, picks it up and throws Espito out. That time Powell's effective with a changeup. He has gotten outs on every pitch he throws. Fastball, curveball, slider, change. And a streak of 6 men in a row retired by the big right-hander. Here's Matt Pauley. Pauley 0 for 1 with a ground out in the 2nd. Powell's working quickly, winds and delivers. Pauley will take it high and outside, ball 1. Springfield scoring both runs in the first inning. Harry Evans, a loop single to bring home both runs. The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. Nobody on for Pauley. Devin Day on deck, 1 out. Last Traveler base runner was Aaron Peel, who doubled in the third with one away. Here's the 2-0. Ball he swings out the end of the bat. It goes down the left field line, a high fly. Stavinoha comes in and makes the catch before his shortstop McCoy could call him off, and there's 2 outs. Devin Day, the batter next for the Travelers. A little delay before Devin makes his way to the batter's box. Didn't have much of a chance to apply the needed pine tar. He comes up now. Day struck out in the third inning, but only after he hit a line drive down the third base line that originally was called fair, but then called foul. And a pitch to Devin. Swing a flare to shallow center field. Gorecki coming in. It falls. A base hit. Base hit number 4 for the Arkansas Travelers, and the first for Devin Day on this road trip. He is 1 for 8. A little groan from a couple of fans expecting Gorecki to make that catch. But that one was in front of him by at least 10 feet. 2-out chance for Aaron Peel. Peel, a double last at bat, grounded out in the first. Right-hand batter, Day, leading off with the sun in his eyes. Laya playing up the middle from second base. Here's Powell's pitch. Aaron takes a breaking ball on the inside corner, a strike. 0-1 against the Traveler leadoff batter. Peel batting .244 coming into this game. 5 homers, including a game winner in Davidson's last start Sunday against Midland. 0-1. Day bluffs the steal, and Peel fouls it in the air over the Springfield bullpen to the picnic area. Strike 2. Third year for Hammond Field as a baseball facility. Second as the home of the Cardinals. Southwest Missouri State, now known as Missouri State, the original tenant. They'll play their games here. Throw to first by Powell. Day dives back in ahead of the tag. It is a hitter's park. 400 to center, 315 to left, 330 down the right field line. The gaps are not measured. But the ball just seems to carry here. Wind usually blows out, and it's going out to left field today. 0-2 on Peel. Day leaning towards second. Powell delivers. It's up high to Peel, ball 1. Day has only attempted 1 steal. He was caught. And he is taking an aggressive stance at first base. The 1-2 to Peel. Pitch out. He's holding. Day took an extra lead on the pitch, but hustled back to first base with no throw. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Peel. Eric Roblin on deck. The Travs down 2-zip in the 5th. Day back out to that same 4.5-step lead. And Powell's is 2-2 to Peel. Broken back ground ball to short. McCoy will shuffle over to second. And Day forced out by Rainer Lyon. So the fielder's choice will end the 5th inning. And the 5th consecutive scoreless inning today for the Arkansas Travelers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Halfway through it, we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Springfield 2, and the Travelers nothing. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Tick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Tick, it's always the best. We focus our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Tick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Tick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Tick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Tick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the cafe?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the fifth. Travs down 2-0. Daniel Davidson pitched very well since that first inning. Allowed 2 runs in the first on 3 hits and 1 walk, but since then only 1 base hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And Davidson over his 4 innings has had 3 double plays turned. Here in the 5th inning, the Cardinals out the bottom 3 batters of the order. Josh Presley leads off. Left-hand batter, the DH today for the Cardinals, and Davidson starts with a slider on the outside corner for a called strike. Presley, Gabe Johnson, and Mike McCoy here in the 5th. Davidson's 0-1 to his fellow lefty. A slider just off that same outside corner, 1-1. Presley 0 for 1, fly to center in the 2nd. 6'6" tall, 240, hovers over the plate. Swings at the 1-1, high fly to right, drifting back Pauly in front of the warning track. Waits, reaches up and brings it in, and Presley is out number 1. Davidson has retired all 4 leadoff batters since the first inning when Rainer Elias singled and would eventually score. Here comes Gabe Johnson. Johnson 0 for 1 with a bounce out in the 2nd inning. Right-hand batter leaning back in the box, and the pitch is a changeup low, ball 1. The 1-0, and Johnson will take a high strike, 1-1. Gabe Johnson ready, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, fastball, he chased it outside. 3rd round pick Johnson was in the 98 draft. 3rd year at Double-A, 1-2 pitch. Curve in the dirt, 2-2. I mentioned earlier that he's starting to see his playing time dwindle down. And he was selected. He was only 20 years old. At 27 years old. Here's the 2-2. Hard bouncer to third base. 1 hops Matt Brown, but he's up with it clean. Throws high to first. Porter keeps his right foot on the base and brings in that high throw for out number 2. Second time Johnson has grounded out to third base, and that'll bring up Mike McCoy. McCoy 0 for 1. McCoy struck out in the 2nd inning. 2 outs, nobody on base, 2-0 Cardinals. And the pitch is hit hard but foul outside third base for a strike. McCoy batting .230. 1 homer, 12 RBIs. Davidson struck him out on a changeup in the 2nd, the 50th strikeout against McCoy this year. The next pitch from the lefty backed him off down at the ankles. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lights beginning to take their effect. We still have plenty of sunshine left. And slowly but surely it starts to cool off. The 1-1 outside to McCoy, ball 2. Cooled off already 4 degrees from the start of the game. The 2-1 to McCoy. Shows bunt, offers, misses. Strike 2. Davidson puts some sink on the fastball. Daniel Davidson trying for his 2nd perfect inning of the game. And the 2-2 to McCoy. Swing a line drive over third, a base hit down the left field line. Aaron Peel cuts it off of the warning track, fires to second. McCoy will slide and reach second base with a double. Just ahead of the throw by Aaron Peel, who one-hopped Eric Rodlin with a nice throw from the left field corner, but McCoy had just enough speed to beat it. for his 6th extra base hit of the year, 5th double. So the 2-out double brings up Rainer Laya. Let me go to the top of the Springfield order for the 3rd time. Laya is 1 for 2, singled and scored to the first, slide out to left last time up, and the pitch to the righty. A slider on the inside corner called strike 1. Laya has driven only 4 runs this year in 26 games and just 1 extra base hit. But he's a contact hitter. The 0-1 inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Middle infielders will play back. Rodland to the cut of the grass at second base. Wood plays close up the middle. Outfielders are straight away. Davidson will glance at second, and the 1-1 to Laya is grounded towards Brandon Wood. It's short, charges in, gloves off to the side, throws off balance for the out at first base. Close play. So the 5th inning is complete, and Daniel Davidson has thrown 4 consecutive shutout innings. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll go to the 6th now, and the Cardinals still in front 2-0 on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Into the 6th inning we go here at Hammons Field. The Cardinals 2, the Travelers nothing. Pitchers duel on our hands here at the moment. Jordan Powell versus Daniel Davidson. Powell's winning the battle so far. Leading off for Arkansas is Eric Rodland, and he'll take a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The Travs haven't scored in 16 innings coming into this game. 21 inning scoreless streak overall for Arkansas. Pitch in the dirt makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. The last 2 Traveler runs coming on Jason Espito's 2-run homer on Thursday in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Rodland high and tight. Rodland 0 for 2 is grounded out to second and to third. Followed by Brandon Wood and Matt Brown here in the 6th inning. Powell working on a 4-hitter at the moment. Hasn't walked anybody and has struck out 2. The pitch to Rodland. 1 hopper at third, picked up by Washington on a high bounce. His throw is a little high, but Richardson stays on the bag, reaching out towards right field to bring in the throw. 1 away. Powell has retired all 6 leadoff men he has faced today. And Rodland 0 for 3. That'll bring up Brandon Wood. Wood had the first Traveler base hit. A soft ground ball that went off of Powell's ankle in the 1st inning. Bobby Wilson, Aaron Peel, and Devin Day with the other base hits for Arkansas. Here's a pitch to Wood. Playing a ground ball foul. Pass Ty Boykin to the 3rd base box. Strike 1. And the 0-1 on the way. High fastball. Wood's second at-bat struck out swinging against Powell to end the 3rd, leaving Aaron Peel at 3rd base. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Powell, a curve outside. Nobody on for Wood. Travs haven't had an inning with 2 men on base yet. The pitch, pop-up out of play over the right field dugout. Fans waiting for come down. It's bouncing into the 15th row. Makes its way all the way down to the 2nd row. 2-2 on Wood. Free hitter for the Travelers. Trying to get something started here. Powell's line. And the pitch to Wood is fouled on the ground. Over to the railing at the third base dugout. Still 2-2. There's a storm on its way here to Springfield, coming through Wichita and Tulsa. Pitch to Wood inside, ball 3. That almost hit him. Wichita playing at Tulsa today, and they're getting into the 2nd inning at the moment. It looks like they'll probably have a delay at some point. 3-2 pitch. Wood swings, pops it up. On the infield, in front of the plate, Johnson gives way to the first baseman, Richardson, and he'll make the catch halfway between the mound and the plate. 2 outs. Nobody on for Matt Brown. If there's any rain coming to Springfield, it'll come after the ball game. It's a few hours away. Tomorrow, calling for scattered strong storms here in Springfield, 40% chance. You got a 2:10 start time. Calling for severe storms in the afternoon, so bring your umbrella to Hammond Field tomorrow. Here's Brown. He's 0 for 2 in the pitch from Powell. A curveball, a strike on the inside corner. Dangerous pitch to throw a curveball on that inside corner to a right-hander, because if you hang it or miss, you're going to hit the batter, or if you hang it and it comes right down the middle, it's going to be a home run. 0-1. And same pitch, but that missed high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown has flied to center and to left field. He's hitless in his last 9 at-bats since ending a 13-game hitting streak. Right fielder a little deep. He's got the entire right field line to work with. Ball and a strike. Powell throws to the plate. Brown waits on the curve but pops it back behind the plate. Johnson doesn't even watch that one. It goes way into the box seat, and it's 1-2. Cardinals leading 2-0. Both runs coming in the first inning. Daniel Davidson has looked very strong, one of his better starts of the year. Jordan Powell, well, he's having his best start of the season. Here's the 1-2 to Brown. Swinging a foul straight back. Powell continues to pepper the inside portion of the plate against Arkansas's third baseman Brown. Last time out for Powell, 5 innings against Frisco. Allowed only 1 run on 5 base hits, but walked a season-high 4. And no decision. Cardinals lost that game 4-3 to the Rough Riders, but that came after a 2-game win streak for Powell. A 1-2 count on Brown. And the windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss on a sinking fastball. Third strikeout for Jordan Powell, and he pitches a perfect 6th inning. For the Travs, consecutive scoreless streak has gone to 22 in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0 Springfield on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Quickly into the bottom of the sixth inning here at Hammons Field, the Cardinals and the Travelers have played 5.5 innings in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Pitchers in control today. Daniel Davidson for the Travelers, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits in 5 innings. Jordan Powell's the Cardinals, no runs on 4 hits in 6 innings. Davidson to Reid Gorecki to start the bottom of the sixth inning, and it's a called strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Gorecki doubled and scored to the first and walked in the third inning. And the next pitch, a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Both Cardinal runs coming in the first. Gorecki scored the second. The 0-2 swing and a miss in the dirt on a curve. Gorecki will drop the bat and jog to first base, forcing Wilson's throw, and it's right on the money. And for Davidson, strikeout number 3. Daniel's best start of the season came in his only victory, where he threw 8 innings at Corpus Christi on May the 2nd in a 5-2 win. Cut down 11 of 12 from the 3rd through the 7th inning. And since then, Davidson has not thrown a game where he's allowed less than 4 runs. But so far today, he looks very solid. Here's Juan Richardson. The pitch to the right-hander outside, ball 1. Richardson is 0 for 2. Struck out of the first, hit into a double play to end the third inning. Daniel with a windup and the 1-0. Fastball tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Rico Washington is on deck for the Cardinals. And the 2-0 to Richardson. Swinging a line drive foul into the first row of box seats down that third base line. He may have hit a fan standing there. He wasn't ready for it. Seats at Hammons Field not quite as close as at Ray Winder, but they're still pretty close. 2-1 count on the pitch. Richardson swings and bounces it foul outside third. It goes to the very same spot. They were ready for that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Richardson. The wind-up, the 2-2. Inside with a fastball. So Davidson runs a full count. Walked 2, struck out 3. Richardson doesn't walk very much. Payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Close one. Tried that slider and just missed it. Third walk of the game for Davidson and just the 13th walk accepted by Richardson this year. So here comes Rico Washington. Washington having perhaps the best season of any Texas League player this year and coming out of almost nowhere to do so. Left-hand batter and the pitch on the way. Swinging a line drive over Porter. A fair ball down the right field line. Pauly cuts it off at the warning track. There goes Richardson for third base, and Washington will get into second base with a double. The throw from Pauly went to Eric Rodlin, who set up for a cutoff throw at home, and there was really no play at second base because of that cutoff throw. So Washington cracks his 21st double of the year. And that sets up Terry Evans with another RBI chance. Mention how strong of a season Washington is having. He is third in the league with a .330 batting average. Tied for fifth with 12 homers and leads the league with 52 RBIs. That double being his 21st. Now tied for second in 2 base hits. And with the Travs down 2-0, there's no choice. The infield has to come up with 1 out. First base is open. Evans is 2 for 2. He'll choke up even a little bit. And the first pitch, he'll wait and hit it high towards right field. Hit it well over Pauly's head, and it is gone. 3-run homer. He has driven in 5. In his first home game ever at Springfield, Evans having a huge game. A 3-run homer makes it 5-0, where Evans has driven in all 5 runs with a 3-for-3 game. Evans had taken the previous 2 at-bats to a full count. But forget about the full count here in the 6th inning. He went after the very first pitch and goes the opposite way. So that shows a lot of power. Here's Nick Stavinoha, 1 out, nobody on in the pitch, a strike, 0-1. So Evans, who'd hit 15 home runs at single-A, now has his first double-A home run. And the 0-1 to Stavinoha is down in the dirt, 1-1. Stavinoha has been responsible for 4 outs with 2 at-bats, double play in the first, double play in the 4th. He can't make 2 outs here. There's nobody on base. Davidson kicks. The 1-1 pitch is a little inside, ball 2, a slider just missing. The 9th home run off of Davidson this year. Home runs have been a problem for Davidson in his career, allowed 22 last season. The 2-1 pitch outside, ball 3. Davidson has been pitching very well through the 5th inning. Trouble here in the 6th. 3 consecutive men reaching the 3-1. Ball 4, change up outside. Davidson offers his 2nd walk of the inning and 4th of the game. That'll bring a visit from pitching coach Ken Patterson. Remember, Traveler fans, that the Texas League All-Star Game is coming up Tuesday, June 20th at Raywinder Field. All the stars from the Texas League will be there, including John Kruk, who played in the Texas League, I believe in 1984 for the Beaumont Golden Gators. Kruk will be there, meeting fans, greeting fans, signing some autographs. Brought to you by Reese's Really Nuts. And the Arkansas Travelers happy to host the Texas League All-Star Game thanks to Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000. Largest credit union in the state of Arkansas. Is also the official credit union of the Travelers, Arkansas Federal. Patterson leaves them out, and Davidson left to face Josh Presley. 4 straight Cardinals have reached base. It's to Presley. A slider for a strike on the outside half. This rally started with Davidson walking Juan Richardson on a 3-2 count, and Washington doubled to left, and Evans homered to right. Stavinoha then walked, and here's Presley, who was 0 for 2. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 1-1. So it's 5-0 Cardinals here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Really, these games are must-win games for Springfield as they try to make up that 3-game deficit to Tulsa. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davidson to the plate with a curve outside. Stavinoha taking a short lead. No reason to be aggressive now. And the 2-1 pitch to Presley is high and wide, ball 3. Two walks in the inning already. Davidson walked only 2 men through the first 5 innings. And into the stretch. And the 3-1. Presley will take a high strike at the letters on a fastball. Full count now. On deck, Gabe Johnson. Stavinoha, the runner at first. We'll see if he's moving. Already, Davidson has had 3 double plays behind him. The stretch, there he goes. The pitch, outside, ball 4. 3rd walk of the inning and the 5th of the game now for Davidson. That's a new high for Davidson in walks this year. It walked 4 batters twice against the Cardinals on April 6th and against the Drillers on May the 14th. And now 5 walks today, a new season high for Daniel Davidson. There'll be a little action in the Arkansas bullpen. That is Aaron Pullen, who just threw his first warm-up. Gabe Johnson, the batter, he's 0 for 2 with ground out to Matt Brown twice. First and second, one out for the right-hand batting catcher. The pitch is a fastball at the knees for a strike. Johnson with a wide stance. Feet about a foot and a half apart. Buckles the knees. The 0-1 popped up into right field. It is Matt Pauley waiting, and in front of the track makes the catch, tagging from second Stavinoha. He'll reach third base. And it's first and third for the 9-hitter, Mike McCoy, on Johnson's flyout. 2 outs in the 6th inning to bring up McCoy. Three runs home in the inning on Terry Evans' first Double-A home run. And now Davidson just trying to keep it a 5-run game as McCoy steps in. Last time at bat, McCoy doubled down the third base line and struck out in his first. First pitch is wide, ball 1. McCoy's double was only his 6th extra base hit of the year. He's driven in 12 in 58 games. The 1-0, flat foul, out of play, 1-1. Stavinoha at third base, Presley at first. Each of them took a base on ball. The 1-1 pitch. McCoy will take a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. 1-2. Field firmly in the shadows now. The lights taking effect. Davidson trying to keep his night going. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive up the middle. A base hit to center field on a hanging changeup. Stavinoha scores the 4th run of the inning. 6-0 Springfield with McCoy's 13th RBI of the year. Left that changeup over the heart of the plate. McCoy waited on it just enough. Even with a slower swing, still hit it right past second base easily. The 3rd hit of the inning off Davidson. He's also walked 3 here in the 6th. And here's the 9th batter of the frame, Rainer Laya. Hits the Laya down and in, ball 1. Laya has singled and scored, flied to left, and grounded to shortstop. A 1-for-3 night. First and second, 2 outs. Davidson sets and kicks deals. Hard bouncer through the left hole of the infield. Another base hit. Here comes Presley holding at third base. Throw to the plate cut off by Matt Brown. Bases loaded for Reid Gorecki as the Cardinals bat around in the 6th inning. Ty Boykin steps out of the dugout, and he's going to be making a pitching change. The night is over for Daniel Davidson. So Davidson has pitched very well from the 2nd through the 5th inning, but falls apart in the 6th. 9 men come to the plate against Davidson and allows 4 runs. It'll be Aaron Pullen coming out of the bullpen for the Travelers. We'll take a 60-second break for the call to the bullpen, brought to you by the new AT&T. Turn to double play with AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. Make calls and access the internet at the same time using just one line. Learn about it online at att.com. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Aaron Pullen inherits the bases loaded in 2 outs. Trav trailing 6-0. We'll be back after this 60-second break on Air America Little Rock 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out att.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if att.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at att.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and federal universal service cost recovery Fiesta. High-speed internet or credit applied after 3 months paid service and excludes FUSF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
Four runs have scored for the Cardinals here in the 6th inning. They bat around, sending Reid Gorecki back to the plate. He'll be going up against Aaron Pullen. Pullen takes over where Daniel Davidson leads off. Bases loaded in the 6th inning, 2 outs. Tough start for Davidson. Looked strong through 5, but overall 5 2/3, 9 hits, 5 walks, a season high, 3 strikeouts, and at the moment 6 runs all earned. And still responsible for the 3 men left on base. So here's Gorecki. Comes up to the plate, bases loaded. Gorecki has hit 12 home runs this year, tied for 5th in the Texas League. Gorecki is 2 for 7 of the bases loaded this year, including 1 grand slam. Aaron Pullen on in relief, 23rd appearance, 1-0 record, 5.30 ERA. And no margin for error here. Gorecki, right-hand batter, tall in the box. The pitch is way outside, ball 1. Gorecki doubled and scored in the 1st. Davidson walked him in the 3rd inning, and Gorecki started this 6th inning by striking out on 3 pitches. The 1-0 is a fastball right down the middle for strike, 1-1. Pullen appearing in his 2nd game of this road trip. He pitched on Wednesday, 3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits. The 1-1 to Gorecki is low, ball 2. Pullen has allowed 4 home runs, 40 base hits, 22 walks, 20 strikeouts, working 35 2/3 innings. 2-1 pitch. Gorecki check swing foul ball. Back into the screen, didn't mean to hit it. That pitch came towards the inside corner. Gorecki held back on the swing, about a quarter of a swing, but enough for the bat to hit the ball anyway. 2-2. Big pitch coming up here from Pullen. The pressure goes on if you go full. Here's that 2-2. Hits Gorecki with a fastball, and that forces in a run. Try to bust him inside with a fastball, but Pullen threw it too far inside. And instead, it is the 4th batter that he has hit this year. So that'll force home Presley from 3rd base. 5th run of the inning, 7-0 Cardinals as they start to really pull away. So Gorecki credited with his 38th run batted in. The other runners move up. McCoy to 3rd, Lya to 2nd, and here's Juan Richardson, the pitch. Curveball, a strike, 0-1. Richardson is the 11th batter of the inning. He walked against Davidson to start this rally and scored on the Evans 3-run homer. He's 0 for 2, however, and the 0-1 is in the dirt, blocked by Wilson. McCoy wanted to charge home from 3rd, but holds on a 1-1 count. The Cardinals scored twice in the 1st on Evans' bloop single. They've brought home 5 runs here in the 6th inning, 3 of them on the Evans home run. McCoy an RBI single, and Gorecki hit with the bases loaded. Now the 1-1 to Richardson. Swing and a miss. Pullen got a fastball by him, strike 2. Davidson charged with all 7 runs. Pullen responsible for Gorecki. As the 1-2 comes to Richardson, he takes low, and it's 2-2. Richardson may have thought that was a strike. He walked over the plate, started towards the dugout, but now makes his way back with an even 2-2 count. Richardson 2 for 4, the bases loaded on the year. The 2-2 pitch off the outside corner, and now he calls it strike 3 on the outside corner. So the 6th inning comes to a close as Pullen strikes out Richardson to leave the bases loaded, but the Cardinals have a large rally. 3 runs, and the Cardinals on those 3 runs, 4 base hits, no errors, 3 runners left. innings in the books heading into the 7th. The Cardinals 7 and the Travelers nothing. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travelers now down 7-0 going into the top of the 7th inning here at Hammons Field. Jordan Powell, for all intents and purposes, now had most of the pressure removed. When he last came to the mound, he had only a 2-0 lead and really didn't have much margin for error, but now a 7-0 lead, so Powell can throw free and easy. Greg Porter leads off the 7th, and the first pitch to Porter, swinging and a miss on a fastball, strike one. Porter is 0 for 2. He's lined to left field and fly to center. 0-1 the count. Porter followed by Bobby Wilson and Jason Espedo. The pitch is at the knees, a called strike, 0-2. Powell's in 6 innings has struck out 3. Hasn't walked anybody. 4 base hits, 3 of them are singles. The 0-2. Up high, ball 1. Check some of the Major League scores. We got finals in both leagues. Philadelphia beat Washington 6-2. 5-run rally in the 8th, started by Pat Burrell's 16th home run. Here's the 1-2 to Porter. Swinging a tip back into the screen, still 1-2. Atlanta over Houston 4-2. Tim Hudson picked up his 6th win, beating Taylor Buchholz, who falls to 3-6. Edgar Renteria with the only home run, his 7th. Powell's going for strikeout number 4. Here's the pitch. Porter swings, fouls it back. Just underneath the broadcast booth, still 1-2. The Pirates shut out San Francisco 2-0. Ian Snell, rookie right-hander, 7th win. Mike Gonzalez saved his 10th, 2 solo homers for the Pirates. Jose Castillo, number 9. Jose Bautista, number 5. 1-2 to Porter is low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the American League, one postponed game, Boston and Texas rained out in the first game of a doubleheader. Playing the second game of the moment. Here's the 2-2. Swing a high fly by Porter to deep right field. Forget about that one. That one is onto the clubhouse building, and it's a solo shot for Greg Porter. A bomb. Number 7 on the season, and that stops the Travelers' scoreless streak at 22 innings. Well, the right fielder just watches that ball sail over his head. You know that's a no-doubter. Evans just watched up and admired that ball. And Porter touches the plate to make it a 7-1 score. 9th home run against Jordan Powell. And the 3rd hit by a Traveler player against him this year. Brandon Wood and Matt Pauley had the other 2. Now it's Bobby Wilson standing in. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch on the way. Wilson will swing and pop it up behind the plate. Johnson takes the mask off, but that's into the box seat. The foul ball, strike 1. Back to those American League scores. Oakland beat the Yankees 5-2. Frank Thomas hit his 16th home run.
Former Round Rock pitcher Kirk Starlus picked up his third win. The 0-1, Wilson will take a curveball, strike two. Big hook from Jordan Powell. Buckled Wilson's knees, 0-2. Mike Mussina took only a second loss for the Yankees, falling to 8-2. Houston Street, save number 13. 0-2 to Wilson, out in front of a curve. He'll pop it back this way, and that'll fall into the first level. Still 0-2 on Wilson. Tampa Bay beat Kansas City 9-5. Casey Foss on the winner, 2-2. Mike Wood took the loss. He's 3-2. Reggie Sanders made history with his 8th home run, 300th home run of his career. 0-2 pitch. Little tapper right side of the mound. This will be played by the second baseman. Laya flips to first, and it's one away. Sanders only the 5th player ever to join that 300 homer, 300 steal club. It is headlined by Barry Bonds. Bobby Bonds, his father, also amongst that club. Andre Dawson, Mickey Mantle, and Steve Finley, I think, is 1 home run shy of joining the 300 homer, 300 steal club. Not a lot for the Hall of Fame, that's for sure. Here's a pitch to Espedo, broken back, ground ball to second base. Laya quickly into the hole, will field it and flip it, and there's 2 outs. So Espedo 0 for 3 and 2 quick outs after Porter's home run. I'm going to bring up Matt Pauley. Detroit a winner at Toronto today, 5-3. Brandon Inge and Marcus Thames went deep. Minor the win is first. Ted Lilly took the loss. He's 5-7. Todd Jones saved his 17th. Former Diablo Lyle Overbay hit his 9th home run. Troy Gloss, number 18. Pitch to Pauley is outside ball 1. Pauley is 0 for 2. He is grounded to first and fly to left field. Travs got their first run of the game. Porter led off the 7th with a home run to right, but trailing 7-1. Here's Powell's 1-0. Down in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. The last final score we have here from the south side of Chicago, where the White Sox beat Cleveland 4-3 in 11 innings. 2 runs in the bottom of the 11th against Bob Wickman for the win. And now the 2-0 from Powell, swinging a tip off the catcher's mask. It's 2-1. Victor Martinez had 2 home runs for the Indians. He has 9 on the season. 3 games in progress in the National League. The Cubs leading the Reds 4-1 in the 9th inning. St. Louis 3, Milwaukee 2 in the 6th. The pitch fouled back just under the booth. 2-2 on Pauley. Scott Rowland hitting his 7th home run for the Cardinals. And the Dodgers leading the Rockies 5-3 in the 3rd. Garrett Atkins his 8th home run. Goodness, what's all the hullabaloo? They're booing one of the fans here, maybe for dropping that one. I couldn't see it. 2-2 pitch to Pauley is low, ball 3. Games in the American League after 7 in the only game they'll play at Boston, 5-3, Texas over the Red Sox. Baltimore leading Minnesota 5-0 in the top of the 7th. The Angels and the Mariners getting underway in about an hour and 5 minutes. A payoff pitch to Pauley. Swinging a high fly to deep right field, sending Evans back to the warning track. It is gone. Another ball onto the clubhouse building. 2nd home run of the inning for the Arkansas Travelers. Pauley's 5th of the year. And that'll get them within 5 runs now, 7-2. My goodness, look what happens as the Cardinals rally for 5 runs in the 6th inning. That's the difference now. So Powell's had cruised through 6 scoreless innings, but both Porter and Pauley take him deep in the 7th. Both of them out of the clubhouse past the right field fence. Moonshot. Here's Devin Day. Day 1 for 2, and the pitch from Powell. Swing and a miss, a slider, strike 1. Cardinals now get a right-hander ready in the bullpen. Well, not ready, but starting to warm up. It is Justin Garza. 0-1 from Jordan Powell. Swing a high fly deep left field by Day. Stavinoha looking up at the wall. Get out of here. It's the 3rd home run of the inning, and Devin Day's 1st home run as an Arkansas Traveler makes it 7-3. A 3-home run inning for the Arkansas Travelers as the pitching coach Blaze Ilsley appears from the Springfield dugout.
Pals hadn't had a game where he allowed more than one homer all year, and he's now given up 3 home runs in 1 inning after shutting out Arkansas through the first 6. How big is that 6th inning rally for the Cardinals? They rally for 5 runs, and scoring those runs on a 3-run homer by Terry Evans in his second Double-A game. There were 3 walks, an RBI single by Mike McCoy who bats .230, and Aaron Pullen hitting Reid Gorecki with a pitch with the bases loaded. And so here in the 7th inning, where the Travelers put up 3 solo homers, they're still down by 4 runs. So Pals with a little bit of shell shock here. Ilsley leaves the mound, and Justin Garza starts to warm up with some purpose. Aaron Peel at the top of the order, and the first pitch low ball 1. Peel is 1 for 3 with a double in the 3rd inning. He's also grounded to short and to third base. 1-0 the count of the right-hand batter. Pals to the plate. Peel fouls it away. Got a good swing on that pitch. 1-1. Travelers ending their consecutive inning scoreless streak with a bang, 3 bangs. 1-1 to Peel. Swing, a fly ball right center. Tracking it down, Gorecki past him. Base hit. Hits up against the fence, and Peel scampering into second base. He'll hold with his second double of the night. That's going to be it for Jordan Pals as Chris Maloney waddles out of the dugout. He is going to pull Pals, who... Boy, watching Pals pitch over the first 6 innings, you'd have thought there was no way that he would not go at least into the 8th. And here in the 7th, a very rough inning. 4 base hits, 3 of them homers. Pals will leave to some appreciative applause from the Springfield fans. So the Cardinals leave it up to the bullpen now. Justin Garza will make the appearance. And we'll take a 60-second break. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Save a bundle on services from AT&T, high-speed internet, satellite television, voice services, and wireless. The new AT&T, your world delivers. Garza comes to the mound. We'll take a 60-second break. 7-3 Springfield on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
This is for Laura. Laura, what's up with those CDs you borrowed from Mariana and never gave back, huh? Listen, if you need music, sign up with the new AT&T. Get digital satellite TV so you can watch concerts, and high-speed internet so you can get the music you want fast. And give Mariana her CDs back. All that, plus local and long distance for under $90. So that's Laura's world. For everybody that's not Laura, if we can deliver options to her, we can deliver the right plan for you, too. Digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and local and long distance for under $90. Add Singular Wireless and save even more. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT or visit thenewatt.com today. Oh, and Mariana, you're welcome. FBC, now joined with AT&T, proud sponsor of the 2006 U.S. Olympic team. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and the Federal Universal Service Cost Recovery Fee Extra. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-270-0397 toll-free or visit att.com/bundle details. Not available in all areas.
Travs have woken up here in the 7th inning. 3 solo homers hit by Greg Porter, Matt Pauley, and Devin Day. Aaron Peel finishes off Jordan Pals with a 2-out double to bring out Justin Garza from the bullpen. Garza will inherit Peel at second base, and 2 outs. Pals worked 6 2/3, going with 8 base hits, 4 of them here in the 7th inning. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 3, and at the moment 3 runs all earned. And responsible for Peel at second base. Garza, 6'1" right-hander from Lawton, Oklahoma, appears in his 11th game with the Cardinals. He's 0-2 with a 159 earned run average, walking 10 in 17 innings, 12 strikeouts. Eric Rodlin, the batter, Peel at second base, and the first pitch is off speed and on the outside corner for a strike. Rodlin 0 for 3 with 3 ground outs. Looking to drive home Peel and make it a 3-run ball game. And the 0-1, Rodland swings a high fly ball deep to center. Gorecki at the warning track. He'll leap and make the catch at the warning track. Didn't save a home run, but he had to leap because he got a late break on that ball and playing shallow anyway. So he makes an over-the-shoulder leaping catch at the warning track to take away an RBI from Eric Rodland, a star. Next to Reid Gorecki's name for a spectacular catch. The Travelers will settle for 3 runs on 4 base hits. They strand a man. Gorecki gets a standing ovation from the fans at first as he comes back into the dugout. We'll go to the 7th inning stretch. The Cardinals 7, the Travelers 3. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Hits on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers has one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Middle of the 7th, and the stretch is complete here at Springfield. Fans still standing as the Cardinal cheerleaders, known as the Spirit Squad, leads them in literally a 7th inning stretch. With the hands to the toes, reach to the sky, and sing a little "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It's 7-3 Springfield as Rico Washington leads off. Aaron Pullen's pitch is swung on and missed, a changeup, 0-1. Pullen in his 2nd inning of work came on for the final out of the 6th inning, but he also hit a batter with the bases loaded. 0-1 to Washington. Is popped up in shallow center. That'll be a tough play. Rodland out from second base. That's going to fall in. Right between Rodland, Brandon Wood, Matt Pauley, and Devin Day. A foursome of Travelers going after that one. It falls right in between all of them. A tweener for Washington, his 2nd base of the game. And it'll be Terry Evans coming up. Evans, who is introducing himself to these Springfield fans in a big way. A 3-for-3 game with a home run and 5 RBIs. First game ever here in Springfield. 2nd game at AA in his career. Gave the Cardinals a 2-0 lead in the first with a 2-run single. And Pullen throws through him. And it's hit in the air to deep right field again. Pauley back at the wall. It is gone! Another home run for Terry Evans. He's 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Holy cow. Terry Evans is going to be a Springfield hero for nothing else than what he is doing in his first game ever at Hammond Field. A ridiculous home debut for Terry Evans. That makes it 9-3. He didn't waste any time going right after Pullen's first pitch and hammering it over the right field wall. And now it's Nick Stavinoha, and Pullen misses outside with a fastball, 1-0. What a game for Terry Evans. The 1-0 to Stavinoha. There's a strike on the inside corner. Stavinoha has hit into 2 double plays, walked and scored. Evans, 2 singles, 2 home runs. 7 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch. Swing a pop-up. Shallow right. Porter out from first base. Rodman out from second. Here comes Pauly, and Pauly makes the running catch. Crossing paths with Greg Porter before getting into foul grounds on the first out of the inning. Here comes Josh Presley. Terry Evans has now broken his career high with 17 home runs, 2 of them in this game, 15 in single A. Presley, the batter, pitches a strike on the inside corner. Evans has now tied a Springfield franchise record with 7 runs batted in. Rico Washington did that earlier this year. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Presley 0 for 2, 2 flyouts, a walk, and a run scored. He scored when Pullen came in with the bases loaded in the 6th inning and hit Reid Gorecki. The 0-2 in the dirt, ball 1. How do you like that? Your second game ever as a Springfield Cardinal, and you tie a franchise record for RBI. First game he's ever played here at Hammons Field. The 1-2 to Presley from Pullen. Fouled straight back. Evans hit 15 homers 2 years ago between Peoria and Palm Beach. Batted .221 last year in the State League with 8 home runs. And he is having quite a debut in the Texas League. 2-2 fouled away by Presley into the box seats at third base. So the Travs had made up 3 runs on those solo shots in the top of the 7th by Day, Pauly, and Porter. The Cardinals get 2 of them right back. 9-3 Springfield. Here's the 2-2 to Presley. Reached out and poked a high fly down the left field line, but that'll go foul. Aaron Teal gives a chase, makes the catch next to the foul line, and foul grounds, 2 gone. Two away after the 2 runs have scored. Here's Gabe Johnson. Evans shouldn't get another chance to bat unless Springfield continues to rally here in the 7th or has a rather large 8th. We shall see. Johnson takes a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. He's 0 for 3. 2 ground outs to Brown at third and a fly out to right field. One ball, no strikes, Pullen ready. And the pitch to Johnson swung on and missed. A slider in the dirt, 1-1. To Johnson. Fouled off in the air. Over the screen. That'll hit the press level. Cardinal fans just getting set for a pennant chase. This is the first game of a 9-game homestand for the Springfield Cardinals. Comes after a road trip that took them through Midland, Frisco, and Wichita, losing 8 of 11. 1-2 pitch. Johnson pops it up on the infield. In front of the plate, Bobby Wilson wants it, but Greg Porter takes charge. Porter leaps to make the catch, and that'll be the final out of the 7th inning. Cardinals get 2 runs on the second home run of the game by Terry Evans. 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left. Travelers will bat at the top of the 8th, trailing 9-3 after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Parks, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back to the top of the 8th inning, and the Travelers down by 6. Springfield 9, Arkansas 3. Brandon Wood will come to the plate in the 8th inning against Justin Garza. Garza retired Eric Rodlin on a sparkling play by Reid Gorecki in center field to end the 7th inning. Pitch to Wood. Almost hit him inside, ball 1. Wood has singled, struck out, and popped out. He's 1 for 3. Matt Brown on deck, then Greg Porter. 3, 4, 5 batters for the Travelers. Here's the 1-0. Outside, ball 2. Checking some of the Texas League scores. As Garza gets the sign, delivers a 2-0 pitch. And fouled back, 2-1. Wichita has a 2-0 lead at Tulsa. That'll make the Cardinal fans happy here. Travelers begin today with a 3-game lead over the Cardinals. 2-1 pitch. Wood hits the grounder to short. Mike McCoy will throw to first base for the out. Corpus Christi 4, San Antonio 0. That game at the top of the 3rd at Whataburger Field. Midland over Frisco 4-0 in the 4th. Matt Brown 0 for 3. And the pitch to Matt is swung on and missed, strike 1. Just announced the paid attendance here at Springfield tonight, 8,341 at Hammons Field on a beautiful Saturday night. The 0-1, swing and a miss, big curve from Garza, strike 2. Brown struck out last time to the plate. Garza's 0-2 pitch. A little bit outside. Now they call it a strike. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Garza with his first strikeout of the game. Brown 0 for 4. Here's Greg Porter, who homered to right field last time up. Home run number 7 for Greg Porter. And his third against the Cardinals. His second home run against the Cardinals was that dramatic game-winning grand slam last month. Pitches low, ball 1. Porter hadn't hit a home run since then. The one he hit today was an absolute moonshot. Here's the 1-0. Fastball from Garza inside 2-0. Garza registering 95 miles an hour on the AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet radar gun. 2-0 pitch. Foul ball towards the third base seat. That'll bounce off the press level. Nobody on for Porter, 2 outs. Garza delivers a 2-1. Strike 2, inside corner on Porter. The 2-2 pitch. Change outside, ball 3. Garza has walked 10, struck out 13 this year. Start of the season in the Florida State League. Hits the Porter, fouled off again. Under the Redbird Roost, which seats above the third base stand. Still 3-2. Payoff pitch. Porter takes inside, ball 4. First walk taken by a Traveler batter today. Surprisingly, it's Porter taking the walk, just the 11th walk for Greg this year. Here comes Bobby Wilson. Grounded his second last time up. He's 1 for 3. Travelers trailing by 6 runs, 9-3 against Springfield. Porter not held on by Richardson. He's behind him a couple of steps. The pitch to Wilson, swing and a miss. Momentum of Bobby's swing carrying him over the plate. And he shakes his head in disappointment at missing a pitch that he was ready for. Wilson is a guess hitter. And when he loads up and takes a big hack, usually a pitch that he's ready for. The next one, swing and a miss. And on the curveball, he was way in front, strike 2. Being a guess hitter, sometimes you're going to look really bad. Other times, you're going to look great. 0-2 pitch to Wilson. Swing a fly ball deep to the left field corner. Giving chase is Stavinoha. He dives. It's off his glove. Rolls into the warning track. Porter around third base. And he will score on a Wilson double. So Wilson's second base hit of the game gets the Travs their 4th run. Back within 5 now at 9-4. Garza left that 0-2 fastball right down the pipe. Wilson was waiting for it. Now it's Jason Espino standing in. And he's 0 for 3. Left-hand batter. The pitch from Garza. Change up, swing and a miss. Right as Espino came to the plate, I heard, even from up here in the broadcast booth, the Springfield bullpen phone ring. And they get a right-hander starting to warm up. That's a good 300 feet away, and I could hear it clear. 0-1 to Espino. He's in the dirt. Johnson blocks it, and Wilson holds 1 ball, 1 strike. Cory Doyne loosening up in the Cardinal bullpen. Jordan Powell's the starter, went 6 2/3. Garza at the moment has worked 1 inning. The 1-1 pitch to Espino hit him on the right shoulder. And it's the 11th time Espino's been hit by a pitch this year to lead all Arkansas batters. Espino, he knows how to take getting hit by a pitch. A couple of years ago, he almost caused a fracas at San Antonio, but these days, Espino just kind of flips the bat, says, all right, if that's your plan of attack, I'll take it, and he's just getting used to it. Espino hit for the 11th time, and Garza will receive a visit from his pitching coach, Ilsley on the hill to talk. First 6 innings motored right through. We've played 6 innings in about an hour and 20 minutes. And the 7th and the 8th innings plodding along as the pitchers have started to wear down a little. We've had 6 runs scored since the start of the 7th. 4 for the Travelers, 2 for Springfield. 1 run here in the 8th for Arkansas. Matt Pauley will stand in. Ilsley walks off the mound, but watches Doyne warming up. It looks like they want again. Pauley homer to right field last time. He's 1 for 3. Left-hand batter. The pitch from Garza. Hanging curveball, but it's popped up in a shallow right center. Laya out from second, but Evans will make the call and the running catch. Travelers get 1 run in the 8th inning on 1 base hit. They strand a couple. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th here at Hammond Field. With the score, the Springfield Cardinals 9 and the Arkansas Travelers 4. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try to light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
Leading the way and supporting the troops and opposing the war. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Coming into the last of the 8th inning, Travelers down by 5 runs, a 9-4 score. Aaron Pullen allowed one more warm-up pitch. Asked the plate umpire to do so. Phil Elson with you here at Hammond Field as we get into nightfall. Cardinals have outslugged the Travs today to the count of a 9-4 score. Big inning was the 7th, as the Cardinals scored 5 times on 4 base hits and 3 walks. And that is the difference today. It is a 5-run lead for the Cardinals, and they put up 5 in the 6th. Aaron Pullen returns for a 3rd relief inning. He'll be facing the 9, 1, and 2 batters, starting with Mike McCoy. And Pullen from the stretch, he'll deliver. McCoy will take wide, ball 1. Big game for McCoy, 2 for 3, a double, and a run batted in. Pullen's 1-0 pitch. Hit hard to third base, scooped up by Matt Brown. Nice play from his knees. Gets up, shuffles his feet, and fires to record the out. 5-3. We'll put a star next to Brown's name on that play. He'll take 2 steps to the hole at shortstop, go down to the knee to nair that one. Rainer Laya coming up now. Action in the Arkansas bullpen. Miguel Gonzalez begins to get ready. Here's Laya. 2 for 4. Pitch to the right-hander is a strike on a pull-in slider. Laya has a couple of singles. Slide to left and grounded to shortstop. The 0-1 check swing. He followed through on a slider. No balls, 2 strikes. Cory Doyne continues to warm up in the Springfield bullpen, so we could expect to see him for the 9th inning. Pullen was about to throw a pitch, but Laya has timeout granted. The kick on the 0-2 is skipped up to the plate. Ball 1. 2:10 first pitch tomorrow. Airtime will be 1:50. Chris Lambert on the mound for the Cardinals against Rafael Rodriguez. The 1-2 pitch. Laya swings and misses as Pullen jams him with a fastball and gets the strikeout. Second strikeout for Aaron Pullen today. And here comes Reid Gorecki. Rodriguez, 2-4 record with an .860 earned run average. Lambert, a former first-round pick for the Cardinals, 4-5 with a 5.49 ERA in his second year in the league. Here's Gorecki. Doubled and scored in the first inning, and since then has walked, struck out, and been hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner and pulling ahead 0-1. Gorecki made a spectacular catch at the warning track over his head. A drive by Eric Rodlin to end the frame. The 0-1 is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pulling set with 2 outs and no one on. The pitch is a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. Travs down by 5, 9-4. They made up a 5-run difference against the Cardinals 3 weeks ago. They'll be sending Devin Day to lead off with Aaron Teel and Rodlin after that. The pitch, Gorecki pops it up towards the dugout at first base. Bobby Wilson charges over, and he hits the dugout fence. He can't make the play. Wilson caught himself at the waist over that railing in front of the Cardinal dugout, but he gets back up. He's all right. Jogging back to the catcher's box, and he'll get a round of applause from the Springfield fans who appreciate hustle when they see it. It wasn't a very high pop-up. Wilson had a lot of ground to cover before it came down, and he almost made that grab, lunging into the bullpen, into the dugout fence. So it's still 1-2 to Gorecki, pulling kicks and deals with missed low, 2-2. A 2-2 count, and Pullen delivers. Gorecki swings and pops it into the box seats at first. Pullen trying to get through this 8th inning. Here we go, 2 1/3 innings. Allowed a 2-run homer to Terry Evans in the 7th. Evans, the story of the game. First game ever in Springfield. Evans is 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 7 RBI. 2-2 pitch to Gorecki. Low, ball 3. For Evans to get up for a 5th at-bat, Gorecki, Richardson, and Washington would have to reach all with 2 outs. The 3-2. Swinging a tapper foul to the railing at first base. Gorecki has some fans here in Springfield. They like to chant his name. Fellow from Queens, New York, has quite a following here in Middle America, Springfield. Mo. 3-2 pitch. Popped up again. This will stay in play. Greg Porter in foul territory comes down the first base line and makes the catch. Halfway to the plate, the inning is over. So Pullen with a 1-2-3-8 will take us into the 9th. The Travelers need 5 to tie. Trailing 9-4 against Springfield. We're back to the 9th inning after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live. Make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Last chance for the Travs coming into the ninth inning, trailing 5 runs, 9-4. Right-hander Cory Doyne has been brought out of the Cardinal bullpen to try to shut the door in a no-save situation. Doyne, a 6-foot right-hander from Tampa, Florida, makes his 22nd appearance of the season with an 0-1 record. He has saved 2 games, holds an ERA of 4.07. He replaces Justin Garza, who came on in the 7th inning with a runner on and 2 outs. Garza went an inning and a third, allowing 1 run on 1 base hit. 7-day Aaron Peel and Eric Rodland will be batting here in the 9th inning against Doyne. Jordan Powell's the pitcher of record for the Cardinals. Daniel Davidson in line for the loss of the Travs. If Davidson loses this game, it'll be his 6th loss, which would be 1 more loss than he carried last year in a full season with the Travelers. It would be 6 losses and a half a season for Davidson this year. Day, homer to left, last time to the plate, his first Double-A home run. He's 2 for 3. And Doyne delivers, and a swing and a miss. Hard fastball at 96 miles an hour on the AT&T Yahoo high-speed radar gun. Doyne does have that great fastball and a forkball. The 0-1 pitch today. Fouled back into the press level, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Doyne, swing and a miss. He strikes Day out on 3 pitches, finished him off with another 96-mile-an-hour high fastball. 1 away. Doyne, strikeout number 19 in 24 and 2/3 innings. 22 hits and 16 walks. To the top of the Arkansas order, here's Aaron Peel. Peel a couple of doubles. He's 2 for 4. Hasn't scored a run, however. So wind up. Doyne delivers, and Peel hits it in the air to left field. A line drive towards the gap, and it falls in for a base hit. Stavinoha plays it on a high bounce, and Peel is 3 for 5. Base hit number 10 for the Travs. Here comes Eric Rodland. All 4 Arkansas runs coming after the 6th inning. 3 solo homers in the 7th. Greg Porter, Matt Pauley, and Devin Day. Bobby Wilson had an RBI double in the 8th inning. The Cardinals, however, scored twice in the 1st. Harry Evans 2-run single, and then 5 runs in the 6th inning. Evans a 3-run homer. Mike McCoy RBI single, and Gorecki hit with the bases loaded. Pitch to Rodland, bounce to the mound, a chance for 2. Going to second for an out. McCoy fires. Double play to end this one. 1-6-3 to end the ballgame. Springfield beats the Travelers by a 9-4 final score. 3rd straight loss for Arkansas. Jordan Powell will be the winning pitcher. Daniel Davidson takes the loss. The hero of the evening here in Springfield, Harry Evans. Evans with 7 runs batted in his first home game as a Springfield Cardinal. Once again, the final score, Springfield 9, Arkansas 4. We'll come back with the final totals and the recap next on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the natural state, like John Young launching a home run over the Mills Freeway to win the '77 Texas League title. People still talk about the explosive performances of Captain Dynamite or the Travs leadoff batter for the 1976 season, 3'4" Roscoe P. Stidman, and the unbelievable home run heroics of recent Travs Tommy Murphy and Mike Napoli.
And it's a grand slam! Tommy Murphy wins the game with a walk-off grand slam!
Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create some memories of your own as the Travs charge to the 74th and final season at Ray Winder Field.
Double play ends it. The Travs are the East Division champions.
Come share the excitement as the Arkansas Travelers celebrate their history with another winning season. For tickets, call 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Henry Morales has hit another ball onto the freeway. Get out of here.
The Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on dirt.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them from me?
Where? I mean, I remember eating the wings. Yeah, the wings were good. Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. Do you guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer? I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball. It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Back at Hammond Field for the Allstate Insurance postgame report. Phil Elson with you as the Travs lose their third straight. Springfield the winner tonight by a 9-4 final score. Here are the totals. They are unofficial. Arkansas 4 runs on 10 base hits, no errors. They stranded 7. Springfield scored 9 runs on 11 base hits with 1 error and 5 Cardinal runners left on base. Winning pitcher Jordan Powell goes to 5-1. Daniel Davidson took the loss. He is 1-6. Ball game took 2 hours and 28 minutes, and the paid crowd 8,341, the second largest crowd of the season at Springfield. Cardinals got ahead early today, 2-0 in the first inning. The first 2 batters reached against Davidson. Rainer Laya a single through the right side. Reid Gorecki then smacked one down the third base line for a double, moving Laya to third base. Davidson would walk the bases loaded with 1 out, and Terry Evans hit his first Double-A base hit, a little blooper over Greg Porter's head into right field for a 2-run single. That gave the Cardinals that 2-0 lead. But then the pitchers took over for the next 4 innings. Daniel Davidson would have 3 double plays turned behind him over the first 5 frames. Did not allow another run until the 6th inning. Meanwhile, Jordan Powell dominated Arkansas through those first 6 innings. Travs never had an inning until the 7th where they had 2 men on base. But then in the 6th inning, things started to get unraveled for Davidson. He issued a 1-out walk to Juan Richardson. Rico Washington's double sent Richardson to third base, and Evans then hit a home run on the first pitch over the right field fence. His first Double-A home run. 3-run shot made it 5-0, but the Cardinals were not yet finished. Davidson then walked Nick Stavinoha and Josh Presley, all with only 1 away, and then a 2-out single by Mike McCoy to center field on an 0-2 pitch would drive home Stavinoha for the 4th run of the inning. Davidson left the game after Rainer Laya singled to the left side, reloading the bases for Reid Gorecki. Aaron Pullen came out of the bullpen. He got ahead of Gorecki with a 2-2 count, but Gorecki was hit by a fastball inside on his hip, and that forced in the 5th and final run of the 6th inning. The Cardinals led 7-0 heading into the 7th inning. The Travelers' bats awoke after a 22-inning scoreless streak that started 2 days ago at Tulsa. It ended with 1 swing of the bat by Greg Porter in the 7th inning, hammering a 2-2 fastball from Jordan Powell onto the clubhouse building past the right field wall. Number 7 for Porter made it 7-1, but the Travelers would also have 2 more homers hit in the inning. After 2 outs, Matt Pauley went deep to right over the fence and into the clubhouse, and that was followed by Devin Day's first Double-A home run. So 3 solo shots in the 7th inning for the Travelers, getting within a 7-3 score. But the Cardinals made back 2 runs in the 7th inning, a 2-run homer by Terry Evans, finishing the game with 2 homers, 4 base hits, RBIs, tying a Springfield franchise record, a truly impressive game in only his second appearance ever in the Texas League. That would cap the scoring for the Cardinals at 9-3, but the Travelers scored the final run of the game coming in the top of the 8th inning. 2-out walk from Justin Garza to Greg Porter. Bobby Wilson followed with a drive to the left field corner just in front of Nick Stavinoha's diving attempt, and that would bring Porter home from first base to make it 9-4. That's the way it would end, as the Travelers could not bring home another run in the 9th inning, and they fall 9-4 to the Springfield Cardinals. So Arkansas now falls to 21-40, while Springfield jumps up to 34-26. Cardinals started today trailing in the North Division by 3 games against Tulsa, and we'll see how the Drillers and the rest of the Texas League are doing, as well as the Major League scores right after this break on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SPC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back to Hammond Field here in Springfield as the Travs lose to the Cardinals by a 9-4 final score. Bill Elson with you as we get into the scoreboard part of our postgame report. Here are the scores around the Texas League, with the Tulsa Drillers now tied against the Wranglers 2-2 in the 6th inning. Cardinal fans will be watching that ball game, and Springfield is 3 games back of Tulsa with just 8 games left to go after this one. Over in the South Division, Corpus Christi trying to stretch a winning streak to 5 in a row. The Hooks leading San Antonio 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Josh Bonifay has hit his 11th home run for Corpus Christi. And remember, Roger Clemens makes the start tomorrow for Corpus Christi against San Antonio at Whataburger Field. Midland crushing Frisco 8-0 in the top of the 5th inning at the moment. Already 12 base hits for Midland. The Rockhounds desperately trying to end a 6-game losing streak. They have fallen 4.5 games behind Corpus Christi. The Hooks have a 3.5-game lead over the Frisco Rough Riders. To the major leagues now, these are final scores from the National League. Philadelphia beat Washington 6-2 using a 5-run 8th inning, starting with the Pat Burrell homer, his 16th of the year. Reggie Geary got the victory. He's 4-0, and Livan Hernandez falls to 5-6 with the loss. Atlanta doubles up Houston 4-2. Tim Hudson 6-4 with the victory. Ray saving his 4th. Taylor Buchholz falling to 3-6 for the Stros. Only homer hit by Edgar Renneria, number 7. Pittsburgh shuts out San Francisco 2-0. Ian Snell, 7 innings for his 7th victory. Watch out for Snell, a rookie, possibly a rookie pitcher of the year. Noah Lowry took the loss, falling to 2-4. Mike Gonzalez saved his 10th. 2 solo homers for the Pirates. Jose Bautista, number 5. Jose Castillo, number 9. Barry Bonds missed the game with that sore side. The Cubs get a grand slam from Michael Barrett in the 7th inning. That's all the offense they needed. Chicago beat Cincinnati 4-2. Carlos Zambrano with the victory is 5-3. Ryan Dempster saved his 11th. Danny Clausen took the loss. He is 3-7. 1 home run for the Reds, hit by Ken Griffey Jr., the 11th of his season. Over to the American League now. Here's the final in what was supposed to be Game 1 of a doubleheader at Fenway Park. Texas beats the Red Sox 7-4. Corey the winner. Tavares took the loss. Otsuka saved his 11th. Hank Blaylock went deep for the Rangers, his 11th. Manny Ramirez hit his 15th home run for the Red Sox. That second game was rained out. They'll make it up as part of a day-night doubleheader tomorrow starting at 12 noon at Fenway Park. Elsewhere in the American League, the Chicago White Sox beat the Cleveland Indians 4-3, scoring twice in the bottom of the 11th inning off Bob Wickman. Wickman loses for the first time this year. Montero the win for the White Sox, his record 1-0. Victor Martinez a pair of home runs for the losing Tribe. Oakland over the Yankees at the stadium today 5-2. Frank Thomas another homer, his 16th of the season.
Kirk Starlus, the former Round Rock pitcher, picked up his third victory against 4 losses. Mike Mussina, just his second loss against 8 wins. Former Midland Rockhound Houston Street saved his 13th. 2 home runs by the Yankees. Jason Giambi, number 18, and Thompson, his first. Tampa Bay, a 9-5 winner at Kansas City. Reggie Sanders hit the 8th home run of his season, but the 300th home run of Sanders' career. He is the 5th Major League player ever to hit 300 homers and steal 300 bases. Detroit, 5-3 winners at Toronto. Brandon Inge and Marcus Thames each hit home runs for the Tigers. Troy Gloss and Lyle Overbay went deep for the Blue Jays. Minor, the win is 1-1. Lilly, the loss, 5-7. Todd Jones, save number 17. Currently in the 8th inning at Milwaukee, St. Louis and the Brewers tied 3-3. Scott Rowland has homered, his 7th of the season. Cardinals had a 3-1 lead after 3 innings. The Brewers tied it with 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 7th. Colorado 7, the Dodgers 5 at the top of the 6th inning. Garrett Atkins, a home run for the Rockies, his 8th. And they just got underway in Arizona with the New York Mets putting up 3 runs against Brandon Webb in the first. Webb trying to win his 9th straight game to start this year. In the American League, 1 game currently in progress. It's Baltimore 8 and Minnesota 5 in the 9th inning. Miguel Tejada has hit his 15th home run for the Orioles. Michael Kadire went deep for the Twins, his 9th. Starting in about 15 minutes at Anaheim, it's the Angels and the Mariners. Former Traveler John Lackey, with a 4-3 record and a 306 earned run average, takes on former San Antonio Mission Gil Mesh, who's 5-4 with a 4.52 ERA. The Angels have a chance to leapfrog over the Mariners into 3rd place. The Angels in last place, 5.5 games out, but only a half game in back of Seattle. Those are the scores from the majors and the Texas League, brought to you by the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Don't forget, if you're looking to log on for low fares, just go to southwest.com. The final score here at Springfield today was the Cardinals 9 and the Travelers 4. We'll wrap it all up after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with the Safe Driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with Deductible Reward. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Wrapping things up here at Hammons Field, the Cardinals today beat the Travelers 9-4, so the Travelers lose their 3rd straight of this road trip after winning 4 in a row. And the Cardinals eke within 2.5 games of first place Tulsa, pending the outcome of today's Drillers game against the Wichita Wranglers. Here are the official final totals. The Travelers 4 runs, 10 base hits, no errors. They stranded 7. Cardinals 9 runs, 11 base hits, 1 error. Cardinals stranded 5. Winning pitcher Jordan Powell's record 5-1. Daniel Davidson takes the loss. He is 1-6. Ball game today was played in 2 hours, 28 minutes, and the paid attendance was 8,341. Home runs today, 2 by Evans, his first 2 home runs ever at Double-A, 7 RBIs, and certainly Evans is today's BC Powder player of the game. 3 home runs for the Travelers hit by Greg Porter, number 7. Matt Pauley hit his 5th. Evan Day, number 1. But the star of the game today, without question, Terry Evans, who goes 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, tying a Springfield franchise record. So today's BC Powder player of the game is Terry Evans.
BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. BC gets into your system fast, and BC goes to work fast. Headaches, backaches, muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. Used as directed. The victory puts the Cardinals to 34-26, 2.5 games behind the Drillers. The Travelers fall to 21-40, 16 games out. Game 2 of the series will be tomorrow afternoon. Chris Lambert on the mound for the Cardinals. Right-hander has a record of 4-5 and a 5.49 ERA. Throwing the rubber for the Travelers will be right-hander Rafael Rodriguez. Rafi with a record of 2-4 and an 8.60 ERA. Ball game scheduled to start at 10 minutes after 2 tomorrow afternoon, so we'll have the ITT Tech pregame show at 1:50 here on Air America Little Rock, KDXE. Thanks back to the studio to Brad Hicks, to the folks at minorleaguebaseball.com for getting this broadcast on the internet as well, and thank you fans for tuning in for our game at Hammons Field. Once again, the final score was the Springfield Cardinals 9 and the Arkansas Travelers 4. Phil Elson saying good night from Springfield. Don't forget, it is only a game. We'll talk baseball again tomorrow afternoon.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.